The views and opinions on the On the Air with Mike Allen show do not reflect the views and opinions of other shows associated with Fort Kick-Ass Productions. This show is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
Are we live? It's always good to start a live show with a plate of food in front of you and a mouthful of food. I'm just saying that's the height of professionalism that we have here on the air, god dang it. Welcome everybody to the show. Sorry we took a week off last week. The bug was kind of going around, but we're all back on our feet in here. Next week we're going to have a musical guest. But this week we have on the air the OTA sports commissioner himself, Chuck Licata, in the studio. We're going to be covering some sports. Leland Freeman's to my right. Producing tonight is the player to be named later, Alexander Lee, as he returns to the helm of the Enterprise. And Mad Mike's in there too. So we're all here. This is the anniversary of an event that happened during the Black Lives Matter protests last year. Actually, it wasn't today. It was this weekend, last weekend. When did Alex?
I think it's the 28th.
The 28th. Where a young man, of course, in the protests, a lot of open carry folks down there. He was open carrying, and he ran into a guy from Fort Hood who was driving for Uber. And there was an altercation, and he was shot and killed. And some more information has come out about that event. We'll be discussing that a little bit later. Plus, Chuck's here. He's going to be discussing the name change in Cleveland. They are no longer the Indians. They are now the Guardians. We'll talk about that. Plus, some other sports stuff that he sent me the rundown, and I have it.
Sorry, it doesn't start.
I had it.
It doesn't start till 9:30, so you're good.
So we're going to talk about some other stuff in Major League Baseball, and we had one of our very own today post a meme comparing Rodgers and Brady, saying that Rodgers was better than Brady.
I saw it on NFL memes.
So anyway, we'll discuss
why do
that.
You bring it up?
But right now,
Why do you even bring it up?
why? Because I have an hour and a half, and it's gonna.
Well, I can spend half an hour
talking.
talking about space, all the
But right
cool
now I
stuff
have-
that's happened with
And
space.
SpaceX, we're going to talk about the billionaires blowing themselves up into space.
And the Russians that couldn't launch a 25.
But in front of me right now is some homemade chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes,
Absolutely delicious.
gravy, homemade gravy, all made by a young lady that runs a food truck down at the. Tell me what the name of it. The Starlight.
The Blue
The Blue Starlight food truck. It's in the only outdoor drive-in theater in Austin. And it's fantastic food. So we'll be feeding our faces during the show.
Yeah, too bad.
So
Too bad.
yeah. So welcome to my right, OTA Sports Commissioner Chuck Licata, getting ready for football season.
Yes, sir.
And
Crank up the league.
Crank
OTA.
up the league. If you want to be part of the OTA Sports League, it costs you absolutely nothing.
Can you get
to join.
Can you get your producer? And I know Alex is first time for a while. Maybe they can put like the email address down below, scroll across.
Oh yeah,
so
put the
people know how
graphics
to
up,
come.
Alex. Hit number 1 in the middle.
Just put up the email to contact us so you can be part of the league. That'd be great.
He's a
it's
little,
a little bit-
a little rusty.
It's a little bit more important than keeping score, which
Yeah.
basically it's, all the points don't matter. And,
You know where that
nobody really
overlay
cares.
is, Alex?
There it is. He's got it.
There it is. Yep.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, is it up?
Yep.
Not up on mine yet.
He's got it. Yeah, I think you're about 10 seconds behind me. So it's up. It's good to go. Thank you,
Awesome.
Alex.
Corey.
No problem.
I tell you, Corey.
Say it. Come on. Yeah. It's awesome.
Is that good?
Awesome stuff.
His
Thank you,
mouth's full.
Corey.
And a banana.
Thank you, Corey.
Corey is a fellow driver who drove Uber with me, and he's out of San Marcos area. And good man. So we'll be talking about that. Let's talk about.
I was going to say, scintillating show here so far. As we watch you chew.
Because I'm eating.
Yeah, we watch you chew. That's good. That's good.
Let's talk about Jeff Bezos.
Oh, you mean with his penis rocket?
With his penis rocket. Now, of all the billionaires that are blasting stuff into space, I would rank. I think right now, Elon Musk is way ahead.
He's way ahead of Boeing and NASA.
Of both of NASA and SpaceX are now together. So
What I mean by NASA is SLS Orion, and when I talk about Boeing, I'm specifically referring to the Starliner, which they're supposed to launch on the 29th for their second test flight because they royally screwed up the first one with massive software glitches, and there was a bunch of situations where it didn't even get to the correct orbit for the space station, and then apparently there was another glitch that they found because of that first glitch that the service module.
and this was through NASA,
This was Boeing's SLS Starliner.
NASA, or just Boeing.
Boeing, because
Okay.
Boeing commercial crew. So
So-
Starliner's commercial crew, and then
So they're not part of the billionaire club. So
no,
so basically the rocket screwed up, right?
back in 2019.
Okay, without
yes.
going into a long explanation.
Please keep it short. 20 seconds.
So we've got Elon Musk, who's basically his rockets take off and then they come back and land.
No. Elon Musk, his rockets go to the space station, go up to orbit, and
Yeah.
they go into the space station.
Yeah,
He's developing an
and then,
actual.
but then they come back and land.
Yeah, yes, they splash down, and he's actually developing a fully reusable system called Starship, which is
So
supposed
wait a
to
minute,
take us
what
to
are these
Mars.
rockets of his that I see coming back through the atmosphere and then landing straight up?
Those
and
are
landing?
the Falcon 9s.
Yeah.
So Elon Musk has already developed the Falcon 9, the Falcon Heavy, and the Dragon. And so he's
And
actually.
those go up into orbit.
Yes.
Then they re-enter the atmosphere and land sitting on the launch pad.
The first stage, yes. The actual capsule with the astronauts, it still splashes down to the ocean.
Okay,
But Starship is supposed to land.
But he's
on a
one
pad.
step beyond where we were
Several steps beyond.
in Apollo,
Sort of.
other than going to the moon.
It's reusable, and it's more reusable.
Okay,
than the
just
space
agree
shuttle.
with me. He's one step past Apollo, which couldn't reuse anything, right?
Correct.
Okay. But they're still splashing down like Apollo did, right? Mm-hmm,
because NASA-
Then you've got Virgin Atlantic.
Which took 14 years between Spaceship 1 and Spaceship 2.
So they got and what's his name?
The guy from.
Yes, it is Corey.
Branson.
Dick, who is it? Dick Branson, right?
No,
Richard-
Richard,
it's
Richard
Richard
Branson.
Richard Branson.
Close.
Dick.
Yes.
Dick Branson.
Dick
so Dick
Brandon.
Branson basically is where we were at in 1957-58 when they were dropping
X-15s.
the X-15s off the underneath a B-50
B-52.
B-52 bombers.
Yeah, but like Richard Branson is not a chode. So here's my thing, and I just want to point out the obvious. Literally, the guy who is the biggest dickhead.
So you got to take the
on
times when they
Earth
go off on their tangents. That's
Right.
that's when you feed your face.
decided to fly a penis into space, and it wasn't even real space. It was like low orbit space.
It wasn't even orbit. It was a suborbital flight. Both of those things were
Whatever.
suborbital
You see
flights.
where I'm trying to go, right?
Regardless,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know where it's going.
is the
Neither
Okay.
spaceship,
All right.
neither Richard
All right,
Branson
stop.
or
Before you guys are derailing everything,
trying
we
to
got
talk about
Elon
space.
Musk,
This is
who's one
nothing
step. Elon Musk, who's one step ahead of
going to
Apollo.
orbit. Yes, and going to the space station.
He's kind of one step ahead of where the Apollo missions were, but one step behind the space shuttle. You got
Sort of.
Richard Branson or Dick, who's right around where we were in the early '60s, dropping the X-15 and the X-1 and the speed
You know, all the X planes that were dropped from
dropping
the
from
mothership.
bombs, right?
Yeah, and
okay,
then, so they
not
were-
it. Then we got Space Penis Boy,
Mm-hmm.
who's basically caught up to 1963 NASA and the Mercury project,
The Ellen Shepard and
the very first.
yeah, the two
Yeah.
suborbital flights. And
So he basically went lower than the first Mercury launch.
actually, yes, he did, because the Mercury launches lasted twice as long.
So congratulations, you caught up to 1963.
All right.
Yeah.
Which is where I was going with
So the-
that
so the-
before you guys take out off.
Well,
Dude,
and then
you
you're
should
looking
know
at
better.
the tickets.
Point out the obvious.
$300,000 for about a minute and a half of microgravity when you can actually go.
Yes, but he did toss a Skittle into another man's mouth.
We could do that in Cessna. We could with the whole.
I can do that on my couch.
Literally.
It's more challenging.
Not to be outdone, the
more
Russians finally launched a module that they started building back in 1995.
Well, weren't we taking the Russians to the space station this whole time?
That was the other way
No,
around.
no, because we were using
Yeah, we've
their
been borrowing
Soyuz.
the Soyuz.
Yeah. Not borrowing. We were renting it for about
Yeah.
$80 million
And
a flight.
What's even
Yeah,
better?
launched from Russia by Russian
well,
technicians
no,
in
it's
Russia.
not even in Russia. It's in one of the most
Kazakhstan.
glorious countries ever.
Yeah, in Star City. That's
Yeah.
where the Russian space station.
Because there is,
Kazakhstan,
that's a
the
holdover
number
from
one
the
of
Soviet
exporter
Union.
of
Yes.
potassium in Eurasia. You know, I could give you all of the Kazaki facts.
If you guys are going to talk, you got to put yourself on screen.
Yeah, seriously. Come on.
So they launched this module that was called Nauka, that they started construction back in 1995, originally as the backup for the Zarya module, which they built but we paid for, which is why the Zarya worked. So they had this extra module laying over after they launched Zvezda, and they had no money to build purpose-built modules. So they said, let's save some money and repurpose this module into laboratory module. And that was back in 2004.
What the hell are you talking about?
The Nauka module.
You're like an old man that we bump into in a bar.
Yes, yes.
No, no,
the,
no, no,
the
no, no,
crab
no.
cake module.
No.
Yes.
But they screwed up. They had metal filings
flavor.
in the fuel tank.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
so,
yeah,
now
he's
keep
got
in mind,
full
this
flavor.
module,
Absolutely.
they started construction before the Davis Mobile and the Freeman Mobile were both built. So the Nauka module is actually older than our SUVs, and they had issues with the propulsion system during construction. The fuel tanks had metal filings, and then they go, okay, well, we need to get new fuel tanks, but they don't make them anymore.
Is this going anywhere?
Well, yes, it is.
This is like a song by Tool. It's just like a whole bunch of
I like Tool. Where it goes,
Sounds
dun, dun,
and just
dun, dun.
nothing
Okay.
going on.
Anyway, so they had to launch this thing before the warranties expired, and I just and Davis, you probably get those calls too. Your warranty needs to be renewed. It's like, my car is 25 years old.
So
and
what you're saying is
they launched it, and then they had after, because they had to launch before the warranties expire, which what the hell that means. So we got to send someone up to fix it. And so after it was launched with a proton rocket, they apparently had more issues with the propulsion system. And so they delayed jettisoning a existing module called the Piers docking module for about 4 days. And supposedly this thing is going to dock with the space station on the 30th, supposedly.
A lot of docking going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of docking with modules named
That are
P
25
something.
years old, 26 years old.
So Corey writes and he
25-year-old
says,
P
if we
something
stroke the
module.
rocket, will it get up faster? There you go.
that might happen.
That might happen. There you go.
Only Dr. Evil's rocket.
And Corey wants to know, is this the food porn channel?
It
There you
is
go.
the food porn channel tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Homemade chicken fried steak, gravy,
Oh, it's awesome.
mashed potatoes.
I can't wait for a break so I can get seconds.
Same here.
Definitely.
Captain Hazelwood, can we go to a break now?
No, I'm not running this thing. So that's no.
Hey,
You know
if
what?
you guys are going to talk, you got to be on the air, on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
God,
is TV.
let
not
us-
join
radio.
us, man.
Seriously. Is this that hard to understand? Come on, guys.
If you're pissing off Chuck, man.
God. Alex, come on, man.
What's up?
Come join us.
I'm on.
I was going to say, his butt.
Oh, you are? Okay. All right.
I'm right
It must
there.
be the delay. All right, good.
See that?
Good.
Right here.
Good to have you here, man.
Hey, I mean, it could be worse. His butt could not be wiped.
What?
Biden randomly goes up to a bunch of reporters when he's
this so
asked
relevant?
about the. Yes, this is real. This
So
was.
relevant.
This is. Is anything we say relevant? So
Anything
they ask
you
him
say
about.
relevant?
They were asking him about budget reconciliation, and he goes, "My butt is wiped," and so that's basically trending on Twitter right now. The guy's losing his damn mind. So
Yeah, well, you voted for him.
I did not vote for him. I voted for Trump.
Yeah.
I think you voted for
So,
Biden.
you voted for Biden.
Nope, Trump.
Thank you, Alex.
What am I, like minus 58 right now versus you guys?
No, we're not doing scores today.
Didn't do scores.
No scores today.
It's kind of
The food wins.
It would be kind of, it would be kind of appropriate the way the Olympics going. But yeah, why am I dig my own grave?
You know, a lot of people are making a lot of achievements in the Olympics, and just because they're not American, it doesn't mean shit.
Yep.
So
It still takes a lot of dedication.
you really
time,
don't give a
effort.
shit about the American teams at the Olympics. You only give a shit about them every 4 years, and it's just like, It's pretty toxic.
Actually, this year was 5 years, so you had a year delay, which probably screwed up a lot of the conditioning and training for a lot of the
or it gave people an extra
because they
year.
just stopped training.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. No, they continued training, but what happened last year when you had all the Tommy John's injuries with baseball because you had them start the season not at the time they're used to.
Yeah, if you are
Leland,
following-
hey, what did you do in your year of the pandemic?
What, me?
Yeah, what did you do? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to like bust your balls here. I'm just trying to bust your balls.
It's not like we're busting balls or anything, but
I like how he's totally transparent. That's good.
Anyway.
You can answer the question?
No.
Answer it. Come on.
Year of the
All
pandemic.
right, so like lay the fuck off the Olympic teams, all right?
I'm not laying. I'm not
No,
blaming
you're
them.
laying
I'm
into
just
them. You're
saying.
yeah, you kind of like you just
I'm just saying is that the year.
It was
changed
mentioned
their
before
condition.
the show. This is
Is
something
Leland
I'm
Like
actually
anti-Semitic
I'm actually giving them a reason why they things are very different.
You know,
Because
they
the
had
way
They
that
had an
conditioning
extra
works.
year of training.
had
Good
that-
for them. I bet they're stoked about that.
They had that one gal that got busted for marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
but the entire U.S. skateboarding team is still
Pass.
competing,
It's that Luna's
And the BMX team.
and the BMX team.
Yep. And by
Yeah,
the way,
that
if you
was-
are
that is
following the
really
Olympics,
ridiculous.
the U.S. team is
Especially
bit
when
off.
she smoked the marijuana in a state where it's legal.
they're a little bit
Well,
off
then
right
they
now.
said it's a performance enhancing drug, and if the Dare commercials and the Just Say No commercials taught me anything in the '90s, it does nothing to enhance performance.
If anything, it decreases it.
In fact,
Yeah.
in fact, the Nevada State Athletics Commission, the boxing commission, recently ruled that it's no longer considered a drug test fail if you test positive for marijuana.
Yeah, because it's becoming legal.
Exactly.
It's like
And they should have made that a long time ago too.
no, because the federals are. It's federally. It's still kind of hanging on by a thread.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
all
yeah,
these people
you know,
in
those
Congress
oligarchs
making
gotta
talking
find
about
new money.
bills they filed, but the bills aren't going anywhere.
I mean, they made it legal in Michigan, and right down the street from your grandparents' house, there's a what do they call them, dispensary,
dispensary.
So many states,
packed
so many states,
every single night. It was packed.
so many states' treasuries are being bailed out by marijuana.
Yeah,
revenue.
Colorado's running.
Illinois would have basically had to been dissolved if they didn't legalize marijuana.
No, they wouldn't.
Oh, Illinois is in a ton
No,
of
they
debt.
wouldn't. They wouldn't dissolve a state. Come on.
Actually, Time Magazine ran an
I
article
mean,
where
Michigan.
where they're going to say
Mich-
Michigan would have had to absorb part of it, and Ohio. Let's see, Michigan.
Hold on.
In
We
Indiana.
we just tapped into the crazy. Now we got.
Let me go find the article.
We got to run down. Where'd you get the article from?
I think it was like Time Magazine. Give me 1 second here.
So Illinois would have been dissolved as a sovereign state and absorbed into Michigan and
because they were bankrupt.
Power move.
And
Ohio.
it was
Hell yeah.
Iowa, Wisconsin, Indiana. Let's see, Illinois broken up.
you're just patiently waiting till 9:30, aren't you? Yeah.
So here's
Pretty
my
much.
thing. If you were talking about dissolving states, which state was it that had a river that caught on fire?
That would be Illinois.
Oh,
Was it Illinois?
and there you
Chicago.
go. So therefore,
Chi-town.
one of those, sweet chemical
Chi-town.
companies tried to already dissolve Illinois, and obviously it didn't work because it just caught on fire.
Actually, is it Forbes?
Are you still looking?
He's still
I'm
looking
trying to
at-
find the actual articles. It was
You
amazing.
do realize Michigan filed for bankruptcy, right? The whole state, and
Yeah.
it didn't dissolve and get absorbed into Ohio, Indiana, and
I mean, it tells
Wisconsin.
me a lot
You know
of-
that,
I
right?
don't think states lose their statehood.
You
just
don't-
Oh, here we go.
lose-
Chicago. No, it was the Chicago Tribune actually that published it in 2017.
Oh, what
So
does
it
say?
was a
No. You got to hold your phone up to the camera like everybody
Well,
can read
it's
it.
loading. So it is
No. Once it loads,
it is-
hold it up to the camera and act like everybody can read your phone.
It is okay. So for people to look this up, it is the June 20th, 2017 article
Wait,
in the
hey,
Chicago Tribune.
Leland, hot shot me that link. I'll pull it up here on the big screen.
Okay, we'll
Fireball him the link.
doing that right now.
Fireball.
Now I would rather him hold his phone up to the camera.
One thing at a time, folks.
He's like, hold on.
The
let
phone.
me-
Hold on, see?
The little
My
engine that
phone's-
could.
You have 6 minutes.
Very slowly. Give me a second here.
You have 6 minutes.
Hold on now. We're getting the message now.
Yeah. He's gonna send over in Morse
Says
code.
it's
Breaking news.
it's
Brought to you
got-
by.
Got to rip the ticker
It
tape
says
off the
sprint
thing.
speed, which doesn't exist anymore. So it says a lot right
By
there.
the way, you have 6 minutes. Just so you know.
6 minutes and Chuck's
six
taking
minutes.
over this bitch.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you that right now.
6
All right,
minutes.
so Missouri, Iowa,
6 minutes,
Wisconsin, a
Dougie
little
Fresh,
part
we're
of Michigan and Indiana. There you go.
What is this? What am I looking at?
Exactly. That's what.
What do we? Hold on.
What is that? A Nintendo DS?
Hold on. Can we see that again?
Yeah. Enhance.
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 Enlarge.
Enhance.
All I can see is
Pixelate.
one screen.
I thought we were off the Jeff Bezos rocket at this point. Anyway.
Oh my god.
I mean, you would want to sit on the Bezos dome.
No, we were
rocket
saying
anyway.
enhance, not zoom out.
Yeah, they're not going to lose their statehood and get absorbed into the other states.
Yeah, well, that was like a
Oh,
map.
Kentucky
That-
was going to take over part of it
Because
too.
Mississippi would have already been dissolved.
What's the link here?
Twice.
Leland?
I just sent it to you. It's in the OTA chat.
It's in the OTA.
It's in
chat.
the Facebook chat, which you don't have any access to because it's on my computer.
It's on.
I have access to it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
All right.
the computer that's producing the show. Would make the most sense.
Enhance.
Enhance.
Dum-dum,
Yeah.
dum-dum.
Anyway, so about state dissolving. How would they dissolve it? Like, in what sort of, like,
Well, what they would do is,
would they
is
put
they
it into
actually.
an aqueous solution?
Yeah, they have the other
This
state.
is an opinion article. This isn't.
Yeah. That's a
This is
what
an
if article.
op-ed.
That's an op-ed and a what if article.
All right.
There's no place
Leland,
anywhere
as somebody
in the
who prides
world.
himself in writing articles
wanna
and
take
op-eds
over Illinois,
articles
yeah,
specifically,
no kidding.
you should know the difference between an
And I was
op-ed
born
and
there.
a factual.
Come on, you write op-eds.
This was in the Chicago Tribune. What can I say?
It's an op-ed in the Chicago
It's just
Tribune.
an unironic onion, and it's sad.
Well, I mean, the original Bethany McLean article in I think it was Money or Forbes was an
We don't
op-ed.
know. You're the one telling the story.
Well, anyway, so
Anyway.
long story short,
Anyway.
Illinois was broke. They got bailed out by, was it 40% excise tax on marijuana? And so they're not as broke as they used to be.
Hey, good for them.
And
Op-ed
that's
articles
New York
from
State.
people
They
who
just
are-
recently legalized
they have-
it as well. So, yeah,
They swiftly avoided balkanization.
Yes.
pretty much.
Congratulations, Illinois.
The tanks from Michigan didn't roll in.
There will be no
Powered by Little Caesars, right?
Detroit Lions and Detroit Red Wings parade down the streets of
Down
Chicago, today.
Talking about
Because
screw the
unfortunately,
Blackhawks.
all of the Detroit tanks had the road wheels stolen off of them.
Exactly. And
Or they broke down.
even though they started out with good momentum, they died right before the end of the game and lost a great lead.
That's because everyone gets shot in Chicago. They have 200 people get shot over the weekend, this weekend alone.
Who
PvP
knows?
has been enabled.
There's so many people that get shot in Austin now. It's ridiculous.
I know, every day, almost every day downtown now.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
Well, it's not downtown. It's a lot of it's like
Yeah.
in South Austin.
Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
South
it's in
Austin.
South
There's just
Austin.
a lot of
Oh,
Couple of-
wait, and
couple-
in North Austin too. Near
couple on the-
Glenburg and
face shots.
I tell you, a couple of the properties that
Farmer.
that we patrol have had shootings. Good thing I just roll up and get the details and roll out. It's like, peace.
sweet. No.
Case number? Yeah. What is it? Shooting? Yeah.
All right, I'm
I'm out.
gonna email this to a detective because he's not gonna see this for 2 weeks.
At least a month because they're all back on patrol because they ran out of patrolmen.
Yeah.
And they just
Was it
disband the
400
DWI
officers?
units?
They'll be down 500 by the end of the summer.
Holy shit!
Wow.
PvP enabled.
And they
Things
still have
kinda
50
have
people
calmed down.
that
I
wanted to
thought
be
things
chief.
were
of
gonna
Do you know what
law.
time it is right now?
It's time for Chuck.
Oh,
it's time for
9:29.
freaking Chuck,
There we
man.
go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sports
Sports
time.
Commissioner OTA Sports Commissioner Chuck Licata is here in the house, and he's got some stuff he wants to talk about, and I got stuff that I'm going to listen about, and then we're going to let Leland go off on the rails.
No,
and
we're
then
not.
we will mock
Not
him.
during my segment. It did not happen during my segment.
Chuck is in charge.
No, absolutely.
All right, fair enough.
All
All
right,
right.
all right, here
All
we
right,
go.
hear that,
Okay.
Leland? This is Chuck's segment. That
There you
means
go.
no talking about WWE. No talking
No
about
politic crap.
No
nothing.
baseball.
No
politics.
vague references to stuff that nobody else in the world knows
All right.
anything
Yeah.
about.
As soon as that button hits 9:30, we're on. We're going.
We
And
don't-
we're just
we don't care
dragging
about
along.
9:30, ladies and gentlemen.
9:30.
OTA Sports Commissioner Chuck Licata.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so sports time. Okay. Before we get to the UT SEC crap, okay? Aaron Rodgers is going to redo his contract
With Green Bay?
Aaron Rodgers is going to get rid of the 2023 segment of his contract. It's out. It's done. He's going to sign for this year, and he's going to have an out for next year. So Aaron Rodgers will play with Green Bay. So for those of you who are going to be in the OTA Fantasy League this year, and please put up the email address if you would, Mr. Alex.
Yeah, put it in the scroll. Oh, yeah, he's got it. He's got it in the scroll.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it says.
Thank you,
for the
Alex.
OTA.
All right. So you can draft Aaron Rodgers with confidence because he will be in Green Bay this year. He will play for the Packers. Now, does that mean he's going to be the typical Aaron Rodgers? Probably not, because it's been a long, dreadful, combative offseason.
Did they get him any help?
They got him no help.
So he's basically just riding his contract out.
He's riding the contract.
And he won't
out.
have any chemistry with anyone on the team.
No, he'll have chemistry with the receiver.
What's the
Devontae
over and under on
Adams.
how many games it'll take before Rodgers is benched or traded?
They will leave the leash out as long as they can. I'd say probably they're playing 17 games. Don't forget,
Because he'll get
they're
hurt.
playing 17.
He'll get hurt.
So I'd say 10.
10 games
He'll
and he's
get
out
10
hurt.
and
Who's
then-
his backup, LaFleur?
No. It's the kid out of it's Jordan Love. It's the kid
The
they
guy
drafted
that they
last
drafted that pissed him off in the first place?
year. Yep, that's right.
So do you
Don't
think...
forget, he was the MVP last year. He was the league MVP last
Oh, I
year.
know. And they went and they got a first-round quarterback.
Well, of course.
I think it's
You got to plan for the future. Unlike the Pittsburgh Steelers, who,
I
keep
think-
signing cast-offs from other teams.
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead, Leland.
I think it's around the time the NBA season starts because what a lot of people don't realize is that Aaron Rodgers bought a minority stake in the Milwaukee Bucks, and so one of the jokes going around is that he also has an NBA championship, which your boy Tom Brady does not have.
What is that? Okay.
Anyway.
So he does have an NBA championship ring along with his Super Bowl and
His
Ring.
one Super Bowl.
his one Super Bowl ring. Yep. By the way, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowl rings, just for those who want to reference.
So does Peyton.
One Super Bowl.
That's more than any of us have.
That's true.
Oh,
But how many... But
let's-
how... No, hold on. Let's
Yeah, go.
break this down.
Okay, go ahead.
How many years has Tom Brady been in the league?
20?
21.
21.
How many years has... In those 21 years that he's been in the league, how many years has he been the starting quarterback?
19?
18. 18 years he's been the starting quarterback of an NFL franchise. How many division championships has he won in 18 years?
14?
15.
15.
How many conference championships games has he went to?
12. Oh, games he went to. 14.
14. How many of those did he win?
12.
10.
10.
10.
And how many of those, how many Super Bowls did he go to then?
10.
10. Over half his career, he has played in the Super Bowl. 51% of his career, he has played in a Super Bowl. How many of those has he won?
6?
7.
7.
7. So 70%.
The last ring that he's won, he went to a franchise that the year before had how many wins, Chuck?
6.
5 wins. The last time they were in the playoffs was 2007. And he took them all the way to the Super Bowl and won. And on his way to the Super Bowl, everybody forgets, they went in as a wild card, played away in Washington against arguably a very good quarterback who's going to have a good career. He's just, Washington's a shit team right now. And
Washington is?
and got in. Oh, yeah.
Not this year.
Well, maybe not this year.
They've
but
got one of the best
okay.
defenses.
All right,
Yeah,
we're talking
go ahead.
about last year.
Okay,
They got
so-
into the playoffs with a losing record
Okay.
as a division champion.
Yes.
In
Well,
the-
of course, yeah.
In the NFC least. So
NFC
they were
least,
there
right.
because they just happened to be the best of the worst.
Right.
So he dispatches them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes on the road. On the road to New Orleans to play a team that had beaten them twice during the year. The division champions of the division the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in, and beats a Hall of Famer, Drew Brees, and retires him. Then he goes up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, the hardest place to win a ball game in the regular season. Forget the NFC Championship. In the cold. and he beats Aaron Rodgers, a first-round Hall of Famer. And then he goes and beats the defending world champions with a team that the year before had won 5 games. There is no one in the league that is as good or even in the same hemisphere as Tom Brady.
The reason you're using my segment for this crap?
I'm done now. Go ahead.
I mean, really, are we really having a debate
I know.
as to whether Tom
I just
Brady is
wanted
the
to-
greatest quarterback ever alive?
Ever.
Ever. And I'm a Steelers fan. I've got 2 guys who have Super Bowl championships.
Big Ben and who's
Big
the other
Ben
guy?
and Terry Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Terry won 4 Super Bowls. Terry won 4 in 6 years.
And up until Tom Brady, they had the most Super Bowl rings.
That's right.
Oh, well, them and who else tied
No,
them?
no.
The Patriots tied them.
Well, yeah,
6
the
and 6.
Patriots tied
Yeah.
them.
6 and
Right,
6.
but it took them forever to tie them. Okay, so moving on. I mean,
Moving on from that.
seriously, if there's any debate about whether Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever live, please go in your little cubbyhole and put your head up your ass and just stay there.
Yeah, just enjoy
There's
the ride.
no
man.
discussion.
Just enjoy the ride.
And this is a diehard Steelers fan. I bleed black and gold.
Yeah.
And there's no
diehard
question.
Lions fan.
No question. No
I
question.
just wish you would have went to the Lions.
Yeah, that
Do
would've
you,
been
do you
nice.
think he would have? Do you think even he would have made?
Absolutely.
Yep.
We're talking
No
about the
question.
Lions ownership.
No question.
Okay, can we move on, please?
Okay, moving on.
We got more important things to talk about.
Yes.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk UT, Oklahoma, and SEC. Okay? You get 60 seconds. You get 1 minute to state your case about this, give your opinion, and then we'll have a discussion.
Okay.
I'm going to let the host start first because as it should be.
Do I think they should go to the SEC?
No. Just
Or
give us your thoughts on it.
Okay, my thoughts
Because
is
it's out.
this.
It's out.
The University of Texas and Oklahoma will go to the SEC and will never see the playoffs again. In the current form of the playoffs.
Okay.
Because they are the 2 premier teams in the Big 12. Sorry, Baylor. They are. And they're going to leave the Big 12, which means the Big 12 is basically going to be U.S. Conference USA or Mountain West or just pick one. And they're going to go to the SEC, which is loaded with great organizations.
20 seconds.
Louisiana, Mississippi
LSU.
State, LSU, Alabama, Florida. God, who am I missing?
10 seconds.
Auburn.
Missouri, Auburn. I mean, it's a loaded conference because they have a lot of propaganda that pushes that conference, so they get a lot of recruits and they get
Okay.
a lot of good players.
All right, done.
So
Go.
middle of the pack.
Gun.
It's all about the television rights fees. They don't care about winning; they care about making money. And the television, ESPN and Fox telegraphed about 6 months ago they were not going to discuss renewing the contracts of the Big 12 when they expire in 2025. So the SEC and OU were basically jumping ship. It's not about academics, otherwise they'd be going to the Pac-12. Also, UT was probably told by ESPN they're going to look for ways to break the contract with the Longhorn Network because
30 seconds.
ESPN is losing a ton of money with that. So they're just in it for the money. Of course, Oklahoma and Texas are never going to win anything. Texas couldn't even beat Oklahoma consistently. So you got to have Alabama, LSU, Auburn. Those are the ones that are going to be winning the SEC championship. Now, who's pissed off about this? Texas A&M. They left the Big 12 because
10
they were
seconds.
sick of Texas, and they might leave the SEC because Texas and Oklahoma are going to go to it.
5.
What?
Yes, they're
No,
that.
they're not going to.
No, they're that pissed off.
Okay, my turn. Real simple. It's about the money. No questions about the money. Texas and Oklahoma have said, hey, we're going to honor the contract. TV contract runs out 2024, 2025. They're hoping there's no Big 12 in 2024 and 2025. It's kind of a summary of what you guys said. Texas and Oklahoma in football are not going to win crap. Now, the playoff is going to be expanded in the next couple of years. It will be expanded. It'll be, 12, whatever, okay? They'll have a chance to possibly make it, possibly, but they're not going anywhere.
Well, they're going to have to be.
It's Alabama, it's LSU,
But they're gonna have
it's
to-
Auburn,
In
it's
that-
all the great teams.
in that expanded playoff,
Right.
though. They're still going to have to be a conference champion.
Yeah, I know.
And they're never going to win a conference championship
Okay,
again.
so I'm going to finish my 30 seconds here, okay? The good news, if you're looking for a silver lining for UT, women's basketball and baseball, they're really good. And the great thing about being the SEC, and baseball in particular, you'll be playing LSU. So you're going to get some really good baseball recruits that you wouldn't have gotten before because LSU can't have everybody. So the recruits that can't go to LSU are going to go to UT. The basketball program under the current coach is in a great position. Same thing.
And they're getting a new venue.
Girls that want to play, women, because it's college, women that want to play basketball in the SEC can't make it anywhere else. They're going to go to UT. So there will be a couple sports that thrive, but football is down the toilet. And and the reason Sarkisian, part of the reason Sarkisian is coach, guess who's coached in the SEC before? Steve Sarkisian.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a different type of football.
Well,
It's very defensive based.
as far as the playoff is concerned, they're still going to have to win a conference.
Well, they might get an at-large. Because if the football playoffs expand, they're going to get there's going to be a couple at-large bids.
Well, if they expand, how many conferences are there right now? 11?
Oh, God. Who
No,
knows?
They've had national championships in the past, which they were
No,
both in the
all
SEC.
all the national championships in the past are irrelevant.
Here's
they're,
my
they're,
thing.
they're population, they're
Oh, wait a minute,
popularity
hang on.
contests.
Why didn't I get like a 30-second bit?
Oh, because you're not on
You're
the
not
screen.
on the screen.
Oh, whatever.
You're not on the screen.
Yeah, you gotta show your
Show
face.
up on the screen. We'll give you 30 seconds.
All right, 30 seconds are up. I'll call you next time.
Okay, thanks.
Oh God.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, there's going to be some at-large. Now, every conference will get a chance to participate. Okay? That means
Well,
ACC will...
every FBS conference.
Every FBS conference, yes, exactly. So, but the bottom line is this is just, I give Oklahoma and OU credit. They're jumping the gun,
Texas and Oklahoma.
and they're getting a chance to avoid what's coming. And I mean, let's face it, the Big 12
She'll be me.
it's a step.
It's
child.
Oklahoma.
It
It's
should
a
have
stepchild.
it
Yeah,
should
it
have
really is.
collapsed a decade ago when
It
all
really
this
is.
happened.
It's a stepchild at this point. So yes, A&M is pissed, but you know what? Too bad. And guess what? You get UT and Oklahoma again. You get Texas and Texas and Texas A&M again.
So in the FBS conference, if the Big 12 dissolves, which they're talking about dissolving the whole
Right.
thing, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
that will leave 10 conferences but left.
10.
Yes.
Okay.
And out of those 10, you would have one wild card, and that would be the month of December would be playoff football. So that would be, yeah, you could do that. That'd be 16.
3 months of regular season.
It would be a
and
conference
playoff.
championship, and maybe what I would
week in
do.
December be
What I would do
conference
is be the
championships.
conference championship and the conference runner-up. So that'd be 16 teams. 16 teams. That's 4 good weeks of football.
Highly probable that TCU and I think TCU and Oklahoma State, they're going to the Big Ten.
Yep.
No doubt. The others are going to the Pac-12
Yep. Pac-12 and Conference USA.
and Conference USA. Yeah.
Yeah, like the smaller ones.
I
Houston.
think
Well,
University
Baylor
of Houston
is
goes
the-
somewhere.
Baylor
Pac-12.
is
They're
they're
going
a basketball
Pac-12.
school, so they're gonna go to what, the ACC possibly?
No, they're going Pac-12.
Pac-12.
Yep.
Yeah.
ACT
Geographically, it's not
Yeah.
feasible.
Well, having West Virginia in the Big 12 didn't make sense either.
Well,
That's
are you
true.
surprised? I mean, the Big 12 has 10 teams. The Big 10 has 12 teams. So,
Soon to be 14.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, they're going to change the name of the Big 10.
Nope.
Nope. No, they're going to keep that for sure.
Because that's historic.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
and
There's some
until
history
Tom
there.
Brady retires from football and becomes a head football at the University of Michigan, they will continue to lose to the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Right.
That might be about 10 years. So.
But,
Yeah, you know the way he's going.
yeah, right. Exactly.
Did you see that? Did you see that bit where he's throwing the football into the football machine?
Yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't doctored.
No, of course it wasn't. He wouldn't let it be doctored.
He does it 3 times, knocks the thing over, and then strolls off, looking at the camera, saying, "Let's do this."
I know, right?
This is going to be such a great
Now,
season.
on the flip side of that, you have Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans, who the Texans all of a sudden changed their mind and said, you know what? We'll trade Deshaun. Yeah.
Yeah.
He showed up for practice. They don't want him in the clubhouse. They want nothing to do with him. And can you imagine how much the price for Deshaun Watson has gone down?
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a backup at best.
Absolutely. Now, is he a top talent-wise, just talent on paper? Is he a top 5 or top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Easy.
If he gets in the right system and
Yep.
surrounded by the right people.
And you can build you can build a system around Deshaun Watson. You get
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. Hey, I tell you what, the Steelers got Deshaun Watson. Ben, see you, bud. Bye.
Yeah, but it'd be
Do you think
Yeah.
Jacksonville
I-
would
Jacksonville's set.
Yeah, they're set.
They
got
like
Lawrence.
Flutie. No?
Yeah, they got Trevor Lawrence. They're
They
set.
got Trevor Lawrence.
And they got
They're not
Flutie.
going to bring in Deshaun Watson when they got Trevor freaking
No.
Lawrence. That's going to be a fun team to watch.
That will be a fun team.
They might mess around and make
They
a wild
did
card.
they did more to build around Trevor Lawrence than Green Bay did.
Around
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Oh, by far.
It's
yeah.
ridiculous. Yes.
Aaron Rodgers. Do you think Green Bay halfway through the season trades Aaron Rodgers for
No.
Deshaun?
No, he just
No.
doesn't finish.
They'll
He'll get hurt. He'll get hurt.
They'll
or
burn
he'll-
down Lambeau Field if they trade
He'll get
Aaron
hurt.
Rodgers. Yeah.
I'd say about 10 games.
10, 12.
He'll
Yep,
get
somewhere
hurt.
there.
It'll be one of those situations like in Cleveland
Jordan
where
Love
the
is
guy
going.
goes down and Jordan Love will come out there.
Jordan
and-
Love is going to get a chance to play quarterback.
And,
this
how,
year
and speaking
sometime.
of Cleveland, how about you? How about Baker? How's he doing? In
I
the
got
offseason?
Cleveland and Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl. I'm going to call it right now.
Really?
Well, I tell you
Cleveland has made some offseason moves
Oh, absolutely.
under the radar that have just and I'm telling you,
Well, if you
and I
follow
told
the NFL,
and I told
you
you
know.
guys 3 years ago when Baker went to Cleveland, if they stick with that kid and build around him, don't just throw him out there to the wolves and not spend any money. And Baker was smart in not taking huge contracts because guess who he hangs out with in the offseason?
what, Tom Brady.
Tom freaking Brady.
Yep.
He trains with him.
Yep.
TB12. The
Yep.
TB12. Yep. Him and old boy from Kansas City.
Oh, Mahomes. Yeah.
Mahomes.
Yep.
Oh, they're all they hang on
How
his
could
every
you
word.
not, right?
They hang on his every word.
How could you not?
And Tom is so gracious. He's like, yeah, come on, guys. I'll teach you everything I know. This is what you do.
Yep.
So you think?
Oh, and
so
then
you
I'll go out next Sunday and whoop your ass anyway.
So you think Cleveland is going to beat
Cleveland
Kansas?
will go deep into the playoffs. It'll be Kansas City and Cleveland in the AFC Championship, but I think they're going to pull it out because Kansas City is still kind of, they had to deal with a lot of injuries in the offseason, and they're kind of rebuilding a little bit.
We'll get to NFL
So-
previews very soon. Absolutely. All right.
Yeah, that'll be a whole special. That whole
there
special
you go.
show.
So speaking of guys that are not wanted in the clubhouse, Trevor Bauer of the Los Angeles Dodgers came out Bleacher Report today. Dodgers players do not want Trevor Bauer back in the clubhouse.
Wow, what's he doing?
He is being sued by a young lady.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Yep.
for that.
Yep. He over now.
That'll do it.
Trevor Bauer's attorney says that when the trial comes in, they're going to have 3 witnesses. They've got text messages that they've given to the prosecution that show this was consensual. Now, remember when Michael Irvin, the very last time that he got sued by this lady, and of course, and I'll be the first one. I'm in regular media. I'm assuming the worst. I'm assuming Michael Irvin's an idiot. He's done this girl wrong, and it turned out he was completely innocent in this deal. She completely made it up.
Oh yeah, that happens a lot.
So how did
This very well could be that same situation.
But then again,
But Trevor Bauer will be pitching for somebody else. Very soon.
Kobe. What was the story
Oh,
behind?
God, don't even- we're not even going to Kobe. It's not even worth going to Kobe. Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Guardians, really?
And they're still using the Indians in uniforms.
Well,
too.
no.
Everything stays the same.
Stays the
except
same
the
until
name.
next year. It stays the same
The
until next
colors
year.
and everything are staying the same, right?
Yeah.
Red, white,
Yeah.
and blue. Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
going to change the colors.
But they're the
change
Indians
name.
the rest of the season. They're not changing
Yeah.
midseason. Guardians.
Stupid.
I've got a gentleman, Kevin Lytle, who works for the Austin American Statesman. Okay, he's born in Cleveland. My dad was
I
born
know
in
Kevin.
Cleveland. You know
He's
Kevin?
done some stringers for Hutto before.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. My dad, of course, was born in Cleveland. God rest in peace. He is just turning over in his grave right now. I sent Kevin a note that day, and I said, "How do you feel?" He's like, "This is just effing ridiculous." He said, "Where does this even come from?" He said, "The
Yeah, what's
Cleveland
the-
Rockers, the Cleveland Hall of Fame, or something."
They could have
You know.
done all that cool
yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
Man.
Yep. The
I would have went
Guardians.
with the Rockers. It was the Hall of Famers there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally ludicrous.
Well, they had the WNBA team that was called the Rockers, but still, yeah, that would have made sense. Or
They actually had a write-in poll, the Cleveland Plain Dealer, the newspaper. worked with the baseball team, and they had some write-ins, and they said this was the one that, quote unquote, won. That's
Everybody knows
In
the one
newspapers.
that actually would have won was the Cleveland Drew Carries.
I'm telling you.
That's it.
True.
Well, that's like what was the Navy? What was that Navy ship that they had a write-in for to name the boat?
Oh,
and the
Bodie
one that was
McBoatface?
Bodie McBoatface.
That's nothing compared to the my personal favorite that ever happened.
Put yourself on camera.
Or
Yeah.
that one, or one of the modules of the space station where a bunch of people wrote in and said, call it the Colbert. And so they said, no, we're going to call it, I think it was a
I
Tranquility.
like Bodie. They named the boat Bodie McBoatface.
They named the treadmill the Colbert, though.
No, the best one was the.
Are you on camera?
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Everybody knows the best one in City of Austin. I still hate you for not doing this, even though it had his approval. But the Fred Durst Society for the Humanities and Arts. Yes.
Hell yeah.
For the sanitation department. Imagine seeing a trash truck on the side of the road that said the Fred Durst Society for the Humanities and Arts.
That would've
And he
been
was
amazing.
like, hell yeah. Like,
Here we have some
imagine you
new
just see a
metal, right?
trash truck and it just says, keep rolling, rolling, rolling.
Wow.
Yeah. Nope.
Wow.
They ruined it. We could have had Limp Biscuit.
Could have had so many cool things.
Oh,
We can't
amen.
hear you,
I
Alex.
came into this
Come on, Alex. Talk
There
to
we
us,
go.
brother.
There we go.
There you go.
came
Yeah.
into this world as a reject looking to these eyes.
Yeah.
Just
Talk to
Limp
us.
Bizkit.
Just blaring at 9 a.m.
Yeah, just
Separate your recyclables.
Or the entrance to 35 is my way or the highway.
just a whole bunch of Limp Biscuit themed trash trucks.
Oh,
But
something
no,
I wanted to show real
City of
quick.
Austin
Yes.
had to be Chodes.
Uh-oh.
Recently, I got contacted by the old pro team that I used to play for, and this is one of the running backs sent me his jersey. This
Oh,
is
that's
the
cool.
Mannheim Sharks. This helmet is the helmet that I wore when I played for him, but this is the Mannheim Sharks jersey.
That's cool,
Yeah,
man.
neat.
Is that sausage?
Who's that sponsored by?
Wow.
It's sponsored by Fritter Franz.
Oh,
Ritter Franz.
yes.
Okay, quick question.
Hey, I tell you what, that was a great place to go.
I forgot their
Great
motto.
question. Hey,
It's
show
don't
that-
be a quitter,
show that-
wrap
show
your
that jersey
foot
They
in.
had the best drunk food in the morning.
All right, now think.
It's
Who's his
schnitzel.
favorite player in the NFL? And tell me those aren't the team colors right there. Those are the Browns, team
Browns?
colors right there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's
There
more.
you go.
Well, it's more like the Chiefs.
Yeah, it looks
Sounds
orange
like a
over here.
neon. This is like a neon orange.
But that was but he sent that to me, and I just want to thank him so much.
That is cool.
Borg Vortel,
That
you're
is
awesome,
cool.
buddy. You're a great running back. I love blocking for you.
There you go.
Those boys hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they
hit
drank.
it from the back.
Oh my God, they drank. Drank. Oh.
Babe Ruth style.
So the first game I ever played. Here's my story. First game I ever played for the Sharks. I'm in the military, so I'm like 235 pounds. I'm not all that big. So I get out there, and they're like, well, what position did you play? Well, in high school, I was 210 pounds, and I played defensive end. But that's in high school.
You're a big guy.
That's 210 pounds in high school in Michigan. I was on the big side. Not on this goddamn football field, man. I'm lining up at practice across from these guys that are like 300, 400 pounds. I'm like, holy crap. But the only reason I survived in that league is I had better technique than everybody because I grew up playing the game, and they were just kind of learning the game. But they had some boys that could they'd mow you down if you got in their way. And the first game we played, it was a tough game. We played the Dusseldorf Panther. And big crowd. It was, a lot of fun. It was on AstroTurf. And I was out there, and I never wore sleeves. And it was the old AstroTurf, not this new flubbergrass now. It was
So it didn't have
So I
the
didn't
rubber
have-
pellets.
I didn't. No. It was the old
that's
AstroTurf,
ugly.
that thin carpet on concrete,
that's
and it was a
ugly.
soccer field, so it was flat.
Ouch.
So we were out there playing, and of course I'm sliding around and making tackles and playing the game, and I'm sliding on that grass. You can't feel it till you get in and get in the shower.
And you look and you see
But
all your arms are
anyway,
shaved.
so we win the game. And so we're going back to the locker room, and we're all high-fiving and everything. We get back to the locker room, and there is racks and racks of beer. And we started drinking.
Well, it was
and I don't
Germany.
remember much of that night. But the next morning, we went down to this place and had breakfast, and so good.
Was this before or after the wall came down?
This was before. This was in 89. I started playing. I played for him 89, 90, and 91. So when we played Berlin in 89, we drove the corridor to go out to the East Germany to West Berlin. and it was surrounded. And we took a wrong turn and drove into East Berlin. And the East German guards were like, "Whoa, where are you going?" And I looked, and that's where I got that helmet. I got that helmet from East Berlin. My
Cool.
my East German helmet.
So you're doing the stripes thing. You were crossing over into enemy
Well, they turned
territory.
us around. They were cool.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, it was like,
They knew everything was
people
collapsing.
were walking through. It wasn't that. It was
Perestroika.
It was getting to the point where everybody was just kind of tired of everybody's shit. But we saw the Russian guards, went out and got drunk with some Russians. That was cool. Those boys could drink too.
Oh yeah, the Russians.
Those boys could drink.
Any females involvement here?
I was married.
Oh, so any females involvement here?
No. We just drinking with the boys, man.
Do you have any brothers or sisters that I don't know about?
No.
Nice.
No brothers or sisters.
All right. So once again, email us if you want to be in the OTA league.
Yeah, Chuck
We will
Licata,
have-
1961 at Gmail, right?
Yep. We will have the draft on Monday, September 6th. Monday, September 6th will be draft day. And they start playing on the 9th. First football game is the 9th. When the Steelers thrash the Cowboys.
So it's Chuck Licata.
Chuck Licata 1961 at gmail.com.
What's 1961?
Year I was born.
You were born in 61?
Yeah.
You're 57 years old?
No, I'm 60 years old.
You're 60 years old.
Yeah, it's 2021.
Get the fuck out of here.
Seriously. How old do you think I was?
Not 60.
I'm 60 years old.
You're 60.
Yeah.
Chuck.
He's 21 years older than me.
Seriously.
Are you serious?
Why would I lie to you?
Oh, my God.
You didn't know that?
Fucking old as shit, man.
That's right.
What the hell are you hanging out with us young kids for?
I have no idea. Still trying to figure it out.
At Gmail. I'm going to put it in the chat, too, so people can just...
Okay.
Who is the youngest one here? Alex?
I
Davis.
think Davis is the youngest one. No, Joey.
Well, he doesn't. I mean,
Speaking of
Oh,
old,
on the show, it's Davis.
speaking of old, I'm going to get some food. You guys haven't taken a break. It's time for a break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
okay.
Refill.
I didn't line up anything, really.
Turn the camera around. Just put.
Hey, see if you can get on YouTube and see if you can line up Fire Tiger. And play
What?
Fire Tiger.
Show Mike's first
Play
game.
one
Show
of the-
video of Mike's first game.
Yeah, if anything, I could sing.
No, Fire.
Ride the tiger.
The band.
It's not too bad, actually.
The band that we support. Fire Tiger. We'll play it. We'll come back as they get there. I got to get some more food too because that food is really good. So we'll be right back. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave, and you're on the air. We'll be right back.
Holy diver!
Untrained humans. It's just that simple. That's a down. Very good boy, Eddie. I come from a family of animal trainers, and I've dedicated my life to training dogs. And now I'm going to share my most valuable method.
All right. We are back.
People ask.
People ask.
10:01 p.m.
Got some more food going into my mouth hole. That's Fire Tiger. The link was, we'll put the link in the description of this video if you're watching this video on replay. If not, just search Fire Tiger in YouTube, like and share, follow that band. They're really, really good. Hopefully we'll have them on here live. And CJ's coming on next week, right?
I don't know. They might be on tour. So they're rehearsing right now, so we'll figure it out. And they're touring with, and it's the band Core, and they are touring with Buck Cherry, and they have several dates in August. So I'll see if they're.
All right. Well,
I'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah. So, anyways, Graham,
Chuck
I'm
Chuck
on
had
the
to
show.
Chuck
still.
had to go, so but the email to get into the OTA Fantasy League doesn't cost you anything. If you win, you get a barbecue plate for 2. Looking for 24 players.
With
Oh my God,
Chuck
that's
gone, you know what that signals the time of?
You can come out here and sit.
Nope. Nah. There's too much light out there. But this now signifies the official beginning of Real Dumbass Hour.
Let's do it.
All right.
It's
Free
10
Britney.
o'clock. You know what that means.
Free Britney.
Real Dumbass Hour.
Real Dumbass Hour.
Dun, 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 dun,
Free
dun,
Britney.
dun, 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 dun.
Now that adult now that a adult simulation adult
What? You like to be stimulated by adults?
adult supervision has been
Adult
left.
stimulation.
Is that a
Messed up.
Freudian slip?
Yeah.
We just keep
So it's
eating.
something about that Jeff Bezos rocket getting you all excited.
No, I'm doing my
The old-
best
the
Joe
sh-
Biden
The
impersonation.
old schlong rocket.
So you don't like Joe Biden?
No.
He
actually said to a bunch of reporters, what do I look like? Someone that drinks the blood of children? He actually said that twice.
He also said, I want my butt.
Oh, so Trump can use sarcasm.
Because Trump actually knows what's coming out of his mouth, as offensive as it
Does he?
is.
Oh, so wait a minute, hold on. So when Trump
So
uses
it's okay,
sarcasm
yeah.
and gets chewed up by the media, you defend Trump. But when Biden uses sarcasm, he's an idiot and doesn't know what he's saying.
What the hell?
What?
Do you see me defending Trump? I said he knows what he's saying, as offensive as it is. I'm saying what Tim Pool said. But Biden has no idea. He lost Snopes.
That's just what I said. I just said that.
2 seconds in, and you guys are already being retarded.
What's this you guys thing?
Well, I mean, you're feeding into it.
He's got a point there.
It makes you an enabler.
He's got a very good point there.
You know, do you know what the last thing they would do if I was like in school is give like the sped kids like coffee? You're literally doing that right now. This is literally the same concept. You're enabling him.
So how am I enabling him and you're arguing with him?
This is
Well,
this
no. See, we started Real Dumbass Hour because it just would be hilarious.
See, he's trying to argue his way out of this. I'm
And then
enjoying
now you're over
your
here feeding
future
into
daughter-in-law's
his handicapness, and
cooking.
then
This is delicious.
just-
by the
How am
way.
I feeding into
Alex, you lucky son of a bitch! You gotta get this every night.
Yeah,
food.
You're getting this every night.
I am. It is delicious.
It is.
God, damn,
Can't be a real Texan, even though who here was actually born in Texas? Not me, not you, Davis.
No, literally nobody.
So literally just
Wait. Alex wasn't even born in Texas.
Nope. Nobody.
He was born in Frankfurt, Germany.
Yeah.
So, how does that work? If Alex ever decides to run for president, the whole naturalized citizen thing, how does that work?
He's a citizen of the United States.
Because his parents were.
Because he was born in the
No,
USA.
he was born in the sovereignty of the United States.
Yeah.
No, he said he was born in Frankfurt, Germany, but was he born
Yeah, in a military base.
on a
Yeah.
military base? Okay.
You know. Unlike me, who was awesome.
But since
I was
he's also
writing
was
a-
born in West Germany,
Yeah.
if
It's
he
not even a
decides
country
to, he
anymore.
can go get a dual citizenship.
I thought that
I
most
had to
European
make
countries
that,
don't do that. Yeah.
I had to make that decision at 16, and I would have to go and enlist in the Bundeswehr.
Oh, you should have done that, man. That would have been awesome.
Well, you know,
I don't know.
Oh, they're laid back. Those guys, man, they are laid back. You'd have had a good time.
Yeah, they're being protected by NATO.
Yeah.
No, they know how to fight. They're just
I mean,
laid
they
back.
still do a bunch of shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Just 1,000%.
Germans laid
Yeah,
back.
like their
I would've
counterterrorism
guessed.
unit is
No, the Bundeswehr is pretty
Badass.
badass. When we go train with them, they're pretty awesome, but
Talking
they're
about
laid back.
The GSG that recently just had a whole.
yeah. They're
part
like,
of it
oh,
shut down.
Americans, you mountain division. That's good.
Now, here's a question.
That's cool.
That's very cute that
Does,
you do that.
does Switzerland actually have a navy?
I have
Is my
clues.
question.
I used to carry kegs
Yeah.
to
I know,
Austria.
landlocked country,
Well,
but
Google it.
well,
What?
you actually
You
served
literally
over
have
there.
a doorway to the entire
I know,
planet
but
right
you
there.
served over there.
Everybody knows that.
I didn't spend a whole lot of time looking up the Switzerland Navy.
Oh well, that's not as cool as the Mongolian Navy.
with their one boat.
Yes.
Genghis
Their
Khan.
one
Or
Bodie
the-
McBoatface.
Or the fact
there is
that
this-
apparently, and I did not know this, the Pope
There
got
is
really.
a well, no.
Hey, he's talking.
I don't even want to say it anymore.
Trust me, you do not want to see what comes up when the Swiss Navy is Googled.
All right, now I want to see.
Put
It's a silly. Yeah, put it up to the camera. Show everybody.
Put it up to
Yeah.
the camera.
Put it up to the camera.
Is it jizz?
Actually, it is.
Put it up to the camera.
Yeah.
Come on, show
Let's
everybody.
see it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Graham Williams was Austin born in Texas.
That's what happens when you Google Swiss Navy.
Can't see anything.
I love how he keeps
Silicone-based lubricant.
And I'm feeding it. I'm feeding it.
Yes, you are feeding it.
Shut up.
Now, anyway, I was going to talk about one of the
cheeky
most
shenanigans.
important things ever. Apparently, His Highness himself, the Pope, does not like the vehicle that he always rides in referred to as the Pope Mobile.
What else would it? What else?
What else would it be fucking called, right?
This
they're
Pope hates everything about being
apparently
a
the
Pope.
Pope is like, hey, can you not call whatever car I ride in the Pope Mobile? And then like the next day they're like, anyway, the new Pope Mobile is a Jeep. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
So why doesn't he like being called the Pope Mobile?
Because he's a fucking chode mobile? I don't know.
He doesn't. It's like everything about the
What happened?
papacy.
Was it
He's
like the
he's
last-
basically trying to take it
Was
down.
it
He's
like
like,
the
oh, it's
last-
too
Oh, I
legal,
mean,
this, that, and the other.
we can talk. Let's talk about that. I
Was it
mean,
the-
obviously, everything that he's trying to bring down is the, the
He doesn't-
years
he
and
doesn't- he
years of
doesn't live in
decades
the,
of
in the-
sexual
Hey, would you
abuse
let
that
him
was
finish
covered
the
up.
sentence?
No, he can't because he's a fucking asshole. The
Good point there.
millions of dollars and possibly billions of dollars that they've I don't want to say that they've taken from their constituents
Yep.
and filled their Vatican with gold and silvers and
Other cool stuff.
Then hid
all
all the
that other
secrets
shit.
in the Bible and
yeah.
caused Tom Hanks to run around the entire world.
For 2 movies.
So he was a pretty progressive pope going into it.
Yeah, but
And maybe he's like, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be the Pope. What am I doing running around in a $90,000 Jeep
well, it's a Pope Mobile.
like
and
some
it's-
artifact?
It's also so he doesn't get zapped by somebody who just doesn't like the Pope.
Yeah, wasn't Pope John Paul shot? That's why they have the Pope Mobile in the first place.
exactly. To defend the Pope against enemies.
But I thought God would do that.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean-
unfortunately, there are godless people.
With
on
a
this
Swiss
earth.
guard.
Oh, the angry Swiss men that aren't allowed to be under 6'2".
Yeah.
They get magically. Well, hold on, let me
Three.
get this straight.
With their big golden magic
Yes,
axes.
with
It's just a bunch of Tom Brady's.
Yeah, like, hold on. I have an idea. We're going to make an elite fighting force from a country that never fights wars.
yeah.
Ever.
Because they never have to.
They're like,
Yeah, because everyone keeps their money there.
yeah, like, what are you going to do? Invade? Nah.
Where else are we going to get such quality watches?
I mean,
And knives that can do everything.
I now
And
have,
economic hiking gear from Walmart.
I now
Yes.
have
And chocolate.
a Swiss watch, and I don't know how I feel about
Can't
it.
forget the chocolate.
Is that one I sent you a picture
Hello,
of?
Melody.
I didn't see
Welcome
what
to the
that was.
show.
Oh. I mean, I could show you. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Was it a Timex?
No. I mean, that's
What happened to your Casio?
Well, I still have my Casio. I literally wore it to work today. But I got like a new watch, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
Mine broke. I have to get a new one.
How'd you
Super
break
glue,
it?
man.
It just broke.
Did you break the strap?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that happens.
where
You just
did I
buy a
put
whole
it
other
together? Yeah,
Casio.
right
'cause
there.
it costs
Yeah,
so
that's
much
what
as
I'm
a
saying.
watch
It's
band.
like $11. I
Yeah.
just have to buy one.
Yeah. No, I got a preemptive birthday present because my parents are going to be out of town, yeah? And they're like, well, since it's your 30th birthday, that's kind of a big one. We got you a watch. And I'm like looking at this thing, and I'm like, oh, this is super cool. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to wear this.
Graham, you were born in the hospital over on West. Is that the hospital on West Campus, 36th Street? That's West Campus, right?
36th Street. Is it St. David's?
No, no.
Santo David, as they would say.
Yeah, that was the hospital that was up off of.
Because
36.
Brackenridge was MLK, so that was actually it was.
Graham, you were born in the state hospital.
No. There's another hospital over there.
Oh, is there? Or there what? Oh no, yeah, the Heart Hospital. Yeah, it's right next to Whole Foods.
Really that.
What?
Yeah, it's in that same block. It's in that same.
Oh no!
type-
There is a Brackenridge that is a couple blocks to the west.
No.
So that's the one you're thinking of, not the Heart Hospital.
They set off of 36th Street.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a big Brackenridge campus.
It's right where
there.
Burnett begins, Medical
Yeah.
Parkway.
Yeah, Medical Parkway.
And where it's like Shoal Creek and 30.
Or big Seton
38.
campus.
There you go.
Big
Yeah.
Seton,
Now, oh, yeah. Right by the triangle.
Yeah, over there
Got
by
it,
the
got it.
hospital, you want to go a couple blocks down.
Take a left at the homeless guy. Walk over by the Whataburger.
Yeah, it's like right where Shoal Creek ends.
You
Seton and 35th.
sound like you had directile dysfunction right there. Really a big Patty moment.
Seton's on 35th. Yeah, 35th and I-35. That's right. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my God. So where are we going with this rant?
Talking about the Pope Mobile.
God, it was
5
such
minutes
good
ago.
food. It's the,
Well, we were talking about how this Pope started off as the original party Pope to the don't blame China for COVID Pope. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
He's also a Jesuit Pope.
what's that supposed to mean?
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
He's
Care
a
to explain?
Jesuit. So,
so what does that mean?
Yeah.
As you slurp into the microphone.
Jezebel Pope. Yeah.
Jezebel Pope.
Jezebel Hope.
Jesuit.
Yeah.
Death match. Cage match.
Actually.
Jesuit.
Yeah. So what is that supposed to
There
mean?
we go. Jesuit priest. Let's see what that is.
Oh,
the
yes.
actual definition. Society of Jesus. Let's see here. Society of Jesus.
But
is
what
religious-
the way you said it is like that was a
It's
bad thing.
it's unusual that that
Not
that popes are Jesuits.
unusual to be
What's,
a pope
what's
for
unusual about
anyone.
So what's unusual about it?
Someone told me a long time ago, it's a Jesuit different from a Catholic. So Jesuit is a member of Society of Jesus, a Roman Catholic an order that includes priests, brothers, and religious order who aren't priests.
So you're reading really, really fast to try to get to a point that you don't have.
Yes. That he's still a pope.
It's all right, man.
Well, he was elected by the College of Cardinals.
I don't know what that is either.
So the
Because
College of Cardinals is
He started out a Jesuit. I'll tell you what. Let me handle this. Jesuit is simply an order in the Roman Catholic Church. You don't. He just came from that branch as a Jesuit, instead of going to say, what the hell they call it for priests?
Priest
Monastery,
University.
I guess.
Not Priest University.
Priest Tech.
Priest A&M.
Well, yeah, it's the
Father
equivalent
Father
of
A&M.
yeshiva. The equivalent of yeshiva
Hold on. Hold on.
for
It's
rabbis.
called IPP Tech.
Oh, seminary. Seminary.
Seminary. That's
Seminary.
There was some seminary.
It. Pick up some seminary fluid.
No.
Nope. That's
That goes into the to another dark history of the Catholic Church.
I'm sorry you couldn't swallow that joke.
Nope.
oh,
Boy.
What?
What do you mean, what?
Apparently, I can't joke.
well, it's because somebody's also
Because so many kids got molested in the Catholic Church. That's why.
says the kid who's over there slurping.
Says the guy
gravy.
who voted for somebody who molests kids.
How many times have I told you, if that was true, Roger Stone would have nuked his campaign before it even got started? Because Roger Stone cannot.
We're talking about Joe Biden that you voted for.
Yes, 100%.
Also talking about
Just keep talking about the Jesuits.
Also, now here's
And
what,
not
here's
about
my
the
thing. Now,
other
you
thing.
know, you did say this pope was a Jesuit. Now, like, I don't care. Now, if we had a pope that was a
35th and
Bedouin
Lamar. Yep.
at some point in time, then that would be
I'm right with you,
interesting.
Graham.
But so far, this is just like a normal pope guy who just, isn't like a party pope. I wish we had more like popes that like to party. You know, like the next pope during the papacy, they need to be like,
They need to be able to dubstep,
No.
You mean beatbox?
beatbox, that too.
No.
Can you imagine?
He needs to be able to use beer bongs and shotgun beers and just generally be a cool party pope because, like...
Yeah, we need a pope that's a
Own a
sinner.
4-wheel drive.
Yeah. Like a pope that's like, do you know what? Blood of Christ rules when you mix it with OJ on Sunday.
That's right.
You know, John Paul was, you could call him a party pope when he was, early in his papacy.
Why?
Because he actually did a lot of that stuff. He jogged in public. He actually had parties. He actually had a good time. He reformed a lot of things with the Catholic Church,
Except the pedophilia stuff.
except the pedophilia stuff. Yes.
Sound disappointed.
And Ratzenberger. That's part of the reason why Ratzenberger resigned is because he partially covered that up too.
Well, he was a Nazi.
Well, why was he elected in the first place? Everyone knew he was a Nazi.
I don't know.
Okay, so the
Sure,
popes
does the
are
Catholic
elected
Church
by
do anything?
the College of Cardinals, and it's a secret election. So
I mean,
the
they've been tolerating pedophiles. Went out a Nazi or two.
Well, I mean, they do share a common enemy.
That is true.
So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah. I mean,
It's a stretch.
what is with the fucking slurping?
Why do you slurp into the microphone?
You know, if you tilt the can back far enough,
Or if
it
you lean
goes
back.
into your mouth automatically. And if you breathe through your
Hey, remember
nose
that-
instead of out of your mouth.
Remember that producer we had that used to vape, and he'd stick the vape right up next to the microphone?
Well, he would do it. He would do it for
And
about
just-
20 minutes while the microphones were not even working, so nobody would know.
No, he did it live on the air.
Right.
While we're in the middle of a conversation,
and
we hear-
then,
and he'd take these huge, humongous draws on that vape,
I miss
just popcorn lunging the crap out
I
of
miss
himself.
Patty. Patty.
Yeah, where's Patty?
Yeah, Patty. Come
How does
on.
that dude not have mesothelioma?
I have no idea.
Well, it's the synthetic vitamin D too in those vapes. It's not good.
He's going to be a millionaire from lawsuits later.
I swear, every single time I try to re-vape again, I feel like I get COPD.
Funny thing about
Like,
I shouldn't say
goddamn.
funny. It's kind of ironic. I shouldn't say funny at all because there was this anti-smoking drug called Chantix that was taken off the market, and the reason why it was taken off the market, you guys want to guess?
No.
It caused more cancer than the cigarettes that it was meant to make you stop smoking.
What was it? What was the?
It's called Chantix.
I know, but what
Pfizer. Pfizer made the. Yeah.
Oh, so we shouldn't. So is that why you're anti-vax?
So what was it? Was it like a patch or
Hey,
an oral?
I'd say my body,
anesthetic?
my choice. Your body, your choice.
Was it
If all
a
the-
suppository?
Is it a suppository?
I don't know. I don't smoke, or at least
I mean, you know so much about it. Like, was it a
because I
inhaler?
saw it in
Was
my
it a
Google News
chewing gum?
feed. I see it on Twitter.
And you don't
Yeah.
read it?
I did read it. It had a carcinogenic chemical in it.
Hey,
I was just like, oh, that's kind of
don't
ironic.
ever say I'm the one feeding the beast ever again.
What?
What?
I'm just asking
It's a
questions.
communal effort.
I'm legitimately just asking questions.
Yes. Yeah, I know you are.
About pedantics.
But
Chantix.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said
Yeah.
you said
Valtrex.
pedantics.
Chanoramics?
Valtrex.
Yeah, Valtrex.
Oh, I think the word that you're looking for is chia pet.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
yes.
There you go.
That's it.
Asparagus.
Chia. How many people forget to put the chia pet in water for 24 hours before they put the seeds
I
on?
don't know.
I don't know. I've never owned a chia pet.
Neither have I. Of course, probably 2/3 of the people that buy don't read the directions. So
Yeah, you're supposed to get the chia hole nice and wet.
Before you put the seed in it.
and you can.
Damn, that's loud.
Good.
I hope your butt's wiped.
I was wondering what that was. It just says nuclear fart on there. I was like, what is this?
Nuclear fart's a pretty good one.
They say that this is in the news again.
Yeah.
They say that farts spread the Rona. I know. That's in the news again.
Wait,
it was
wait.
in the news a few months ago. Now it's in the news again. And I'm reading this going like,
So wait a minute.
you guys want to make the argument
there
for
like
masks,
3 layers of
and
masks?
yet,
Yeah.
who the hell walks around bare ass?
at least one layer of mask.
Okay. Number one, I do.
3 layers. It's usually 2. You have your underwear and then you have your outer garment.
And then you tuck your shirt in. That's 3.
Yeah, no, I roll commando like half the time.
Unless you
I'm
use
doing
Untuck
something.
It, which is designed not to be tucked in.
But it's still on the outside.
So, do you guys want me to give you like?
Yeah,
two
and
guide-
so
Yeah, what-
that
yeah, go
basically
ahead-
proves
go
the
ahead.
masks don't do
Go-
anything to stop the Rona.
Wait, hold on. I gotta look that up.
It's in the news again.
Go ahead, Mike.
Bullshit.
What? What are we talking about?
You going commando and farting and spreading corona?
Oh yeah, no, I could literally go over there. I don't know what I have if it's a fart, but I can go over there and crop dust you guys if you guys want to test this theory here.
No, that's fine. You can crop dust in there.
Yeah, well, that's not as fun.
Yeah, you can go. Yeah.
Oh, my favorite, one of my favorite quotes that I heard last week was that the House Democrats left Texas with a case of Miller Lite and came back with
six
six
cases.
Coronas, 6 cases of Coronas.
They
Now it's up to 10,
and since it was a charter flight,
and they were all vaccinated.
and
And they were all
unvaxxed, even though
Everybody in government is
unmasked, even
vaxxed.
though charter aviation, it's because of the regulations that went down because of the Biden's executive order. You're required to wear a mask, and if it's don't ask, don't tell, then why did you put a bunch of photos of yourself on the internet? Good job.
All right, well,
Good job, guys.
Anyway, that was pretty funny.
And my friend Briscoe Kane is one of the most conservative members of the Texas House. He actually had some fun with it. So he created a little box trap, from a cartoon, and put a case of Miller beer underneath and said quorum trap. And then now they're asking
You
for
say
snacks.
box trap from a cartoon.
Yes, it literally is a box trap from the cartoon. Go to Briscoe Kane's Twitter. And now he's in the Texas House of
Would he come on the
Representatives.
show?
I can ask him to come
Yeah,
on the show.
ask him to come on the show. Tell him that we had Roger Stone on.
I'll ask. I'll
Yeah.
text him. Let's see if he has time to do it, especially since
box.
the Democrats are coming back and they're all at ease. So
box.
So yeah,
35th of
why did they
Lamar.
do
I know what
that?
you're talking, Graham. I know what you're talking. Huh? Do what now?
So I haven't really been following politics at all, really, to be honest with you. The last probably in the month, it's just been a shit show.
Here, let me help you out, Alex.
Yeah,
Shit sucks.
shit
You've been
sucks.
updated.
Shit sucks, and it's gonna get worse.
And it's the same people saying the same thing over and over and over again, just putting different names in, and we're all
Because-
buying.
Yeah, because fear is the number one.
That's it. Fear and division.
Product.
Yeah.
No, shit sucks. Shit's fucked. That's literally the update of the global economy.
Global economy.
Shit's stupid.
oh yeah, and we have
Global
hyperinflation
gusta.
because everyone is.
Hey, two of those passed under Trump,
Yeah.
and he
I
signed
didn't
it.
agree with
No. You didn't agree with him?
Hey,
So you can't blame
this
it
is,
on. You
like-
can't blame
like
it on.
you
You
said,
can't
I
blame it
don't
on the
agree with
Democrats.
half the stuff that you say, but we're still friends. That's the unique thing about the First Amendment. Is we can all have
But you
different
can't
opinions.
blame it on the. You can't flippantly blame it on
The
Democrats
thing is
with
you
your
don't
talking
fling
points.
shit at us. You fling shit at people that you can't
No,
rebuttal.
my thing with Trump is he hired the wrong advisors. If Ivanka married Tom Brady instead of Jared Kushner, I think the world would be a lot better. Especially with this.
That's why Jared Kushner was
Yeah.
a fucking advisor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Who is that?
I have no idea.
Is that I think is that Floyd? Is that Floyd Mayweather that's rapping that?
No,
Sounds
probably not.
like Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd
but-
Mayweather is a boxer.
Yeah, he also raps too.
Does it?
Yeah,
Does he really?
Yes, he does actually. He's multi-talented because he likes his money. He's also a fight producer. It's like Money. I think it's Money Mayweather Productions. The guy is a genius. It's the reason why he's worth as many hundreds of millions of dollars. What is the net worth of Floyd Mayweather? Let's ask Google, shall we? The net
Okay.
worth of Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. At least 2.
Yeah, pay-per-view boxing. You want to get good
Let's
boxing.
see, his
you gotta go
earnings.
to,
He-
like, an
his
amateur
total
boxing
earnings
club.
were 1.1 billion, and his current net worth is $450 million. Oh, he spends it almost as much as he makes it. Oh.
Yeah. My current worth is like $50. Net worth is like 75. Pretty sweet.
My net worth, $27
Yeah.
and 50 cents.
There you go. I died.
So you think there's going to be another lockdown, Mike?
You got more than that.
No. I don't think there'll be another lockdown. Do you know why I don't think there'll be another lockdown?
Tell us.
Because I think everybody's kind of saw through the bullshit. And even though the news is trying to spread this new Delta variant fear factor, no one's really buying it.
You know, every time
Well, those studies
every
that
time I
came
hear
out that-
Corona Delta Factor, I always think of Animal House, and I always think of a toga party.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
It is.
Toga.
Toga.
There was like analysts that came out after everything started reopening and everything, and they were talking about how the lockdowns had more of an impact than COVID did, or that they wouldn't have helped as much. Like the strict, super no,
Didn't do anything.
You know,
In fact, it may have made
where
things
you
your
let him
papers,
finish a
checkpoints,
sentence?
and shit like that.
Go ahead, Alex.
That it didn't help. That it was actually detrimental to society and mental health and all that other jazz.
Oh yeah, everyone's getting into fights.
Graham
Fight.
Williams. Hold on, I got covered up by a message.
Fights at the grocery store.
Says, okay, want to know the real rule for those Dems? Yes. What's the real rule for the Dems? Type it in there. We'll read it. Is Graham, this is your friend, right, Graham? Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show, Graham. You need to come in and sit down with us and have some fun. We have food.
Sometimes.
God, that food was
It
good.
was delicious.
All
Like I
I'm
said,
saying-
you luck. It's like you both of you guys lucked out. Your son's lucky to marry her, and you're lucky that she's your daughter-in-law and will make you dinners every once in a while.
Because I'd starve otherwise, right? I know what you're trying to say. It's a very nice sentiment.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm pretty upset
dangerous.
that there's like new COVID,
The fact that she hasn't caught on
and I'm like,
and she's still keeping everybody here, I mean, that's...
The
Oh, go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
I don't care anymore.
well, what's of interest is that there's someone actually from Australia that I've been chatting with on Twitter, and she's telling me that they make them go outside even if they're wearing masks, and they use drone surveillance to make sure that people adhere to the lockdowns. It's that crazy over there.
Yeah,
and that's recently.
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canada's the same way.
You were the one that brought up a few shows ago that Canada itself is a dictatorship, that they actually canceled the
Yeah, they
elections.
canceled their elections. Yeah.
What?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't been paying attention? What's
No,
happening in
I
That's
Canada?
two
have
shows
not
ago.
gave a shit about anything outside of my.
Here's
I've been
a brief.
They
Here's
are
super
Rick-
selfish, but
Yeah, Canada is now a Rick Potato Boat
pretty much. In
I
the
don't know what
last
that
6
means.
months,
dictatorship.
in the last 6 months, Canada has banned all assault-style weapons.
well,
They have.
Other than
Hold
certain
on.
Chinese
They've banned all assault-style weapons. They have vaccine passports, and they've suspended all elections until after the pandemic is over, which means that none of their elected officials that are in office right now can be voted out.
does it mean
And
that
they sealed the border,
And they sealed
did
the
they do
border,
that so that
which is
they
what
can,
we are not doing.
protest the government for all the indigenous children's bodies they found outside of schools and shit?
You know what? That might be part of it, but Canada's a wreck right now.
Quebec actually might be successful in seceding this go around.
And
And if you
also-
look at with the vaccine passports, there's huge demonstrations in London,
when will Nova Scotia
Paris,
be free?
Rome, Berlin.
Hold that thought. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, and also you have to think the whole nation of Canada is super pissed off at Biden because he
Huge pissed
basically
off.
kind of crippled like a third of their economy.
Oh, because of the Keystone Pipeline.
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
because
suing us.
a lot of Canada actually makes money off of like oil because like what the fuck else are you gonna do?
Oh man, they
Fuck
just
Canada.
put on like a lower production dog and pony show that the American government does.
Yeah.
like it's all about oil and money and
yeah.
It's all about money. What's
this
it
and
about?
oligarch that. And
Yeah, where's
it's
your
just
clip?
Hey, what's it about, Alex?
Oil and money.
Your clip.
What's it about?
And
well, it's probably not there. I'd just find something even better.
I don't know. I've already.
Don't you have a soundboard?
yes.
Do we?
Yeah, it
have
has
an
like
improvised
200
soundboard?
pages. I've been flipping through them.
It's just,
Yeah.
playing around.
Dumbass. That's one of my favorite ones. It was literally just said, dumbass.
Balloons. Yeah.
That's a good whack.
Baker Mayfield.
It's a golf clap. Well, Graham, you're welcome to come in anytime.
There we go. Nice.
Slow clap. That's a slow clap.
That's not a slow clap. That's a fat guy hitting his stomach.
Oh, is it really?
Well, I just know. Because I could do the same thing.
Let's hear it.
No.
Can we see it?
It's called
Perform, monkey,
It's called
perform.
ham boning.
It's called what?
Ham boning.
Ham boning? Banging your stomach? It's got to be a bare stomach, though, right?
Literally, Google ham boning. You'll be like, oh, look at that. David's right.
Yeah, it's just smacking your tummy.
Yeah.
There you go. Give it a little bit of a beat.
You see the microphone right there, right?
Right, you want the Doppler
So why
effect,
did you
though.
jump up with your microphone? Am I turning you on?
Yeah,
Does
he
this
got all
turn you on?
excited.
Are you chubbing right now?
Sure, why not?
He wants,
Good Lord. Let me put my clothes back on. Didn't mean to get you all riled up over here. Holy shit.
That game on him.
it's okay that
No,
you
the
wanna
Pope
lick-
didn't go to the bathroom here. I'm sorry.
It's okay that you want to lick his belly button lit. You know.
There's probably some
Oh
new
my
fungus
God.
that's growing there that will be some delicacy in some overpriced restaurant.
Don't you talk shit about
Uh,
fungus like that.
Truffles, yes.
Graham Williams says yes. He's a friend of yours for many years. So am I. It doesn't seem like it, but we are. Current corporate and charter pilot, the mask mandate covers all, but only owner flights.
Okay, so let me explain that. So if you go and solicit a plane, so you go to a charter company and say, I want to fly a private jet. So you go to a charter company. That's considered, the technical term is 135. You guys, no one was watching the show, then Graham and I care what that means. But that's considered a charter, for hire. And it's also considered, the technical term is common carriage. Yes, I had the notice for my oral exam. You guys shut up about that. Because it's called holding out.
Man, whatever demon.
Now, an owner flight is, say, let's say we get 1 million views a week for the show, and you're monetizing the show, and you're making a ton of money, and you have a national tour of see the cast members of On the Air with
Okay,
Mike
get
Allen.
to the point.
So you buy a plane and you hire me to fly it. That's considered an owner flight or Part 91. That is not covered under this because
So I only have to make you wear a mask.
no, you what?
But you'd wear a mask.
No.
But I'm the owner, and I can tell you
Yeah,
whatever.
but-
I can make you do whatever I want because
Yeah.
you're my employee.
Wait, so like, here's my thing. If you
Is
wear
that-
the mask while you're flying, is it going to impair your brain cells?
Yes, it will, and also prevent you from wearing an oxygen mask if you have a rapid decompression at altitude.
But hold
So
on.
you can't take the mask down and put the,
and put
other
the
mask
oxygen on.
With decompression, you can actually lose consciousness in about 5 seconds. Depending on what
So
altitude
so
you're
then
at.
it wouldn't matter if you had a mask on or not.
Yeah.
All right.
know.
So how does
Because you
this
need to
work?
have the mask seal the oxygen
How does this work
seal
with
around your
submarines?
face. So actually, this, if you notice, pretty much all professional pilots that fly pressurized aircraft, they're clean shaven because even a beard would prevent the oxygen
That's a lie.
thing.
My pilot, when I went up to Colorado last week, had a beard.
How
Yeah.
high were you guys flying?
69,000.
I mean, we were flying from
Was it an
Colorado,
airline?
so pretty high.
It's flying Southwest.
That's weird.
yeah. Anyway, what I was saying.
You're free to move about the
So hold
country.
on. So we're blowing right past this here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the owner of the plane. I have 1 million people watching my show. I bought the plane and hired you as my pilot. I can't make you wear a mask.
I would argue it would go against safety protocols,
That's
yes.
dumb.
So you would argue with your boss,
Yeah. Well, you're fired.
with the owner of the plane who's paying you a lot of money
Fine.
to fly it.
All right. Now here's my.
You would
question.
rather make no money, sir, and defy me, your boss,
Your
in
poobah.
flying my Cessna 290 jet airplane, whatever.
Leland, how bad is your cardiovascular system to where you actually believe that wearing a mask for 2-3 hours?
I
will-
read the JAMA study before it was retracted due to political reasons. So
Oh, so it was retracted.
Oh, it was retracted.
it was for political reasons.
political reasons?
But in
Like
the
just hating on
1950s, tobacco companies forced all these medical journals to retract studies that said cigarettes caused lung cancer.
What does it have to do with wearing a mask?
Carbon dioxide retention.
So
Oh my
so let's say I buy this plane cash, so it's my plane.
Retention. What is it? What do you mean? Like you can't blow out carbon monoxide out of your face?
So if I'm a surgeon and I'm the smartest,
There are, according to
and I'm
WebMD, there's literally.
Hold on. I'm a surgeon, and I operate on brains, and I'm one of the smartest people in the whole universe.
Whole universe.
And I go into the operating room for a 15-hour brain surgery.
You're not doing
I will
15
walk
hours
out.
straight.
I will walk out dumber than when I walked in.
Theory, yes. And
in theory, yes.
Okay.
go on WebMD. There's literally thousands of surgical errors every year that cost billions of dollars.
All right. Now here's my
Is it-
question. How does this work? Okay.
It's not like someone's taking a plastic bag and holding it over your
All
head.
right. Now, here's my question. So you're talking about all those airplanes and stuff. Let's say it's my show, okay? And I'm worth gajillions of dollars, and then I buy a submarine.
If it goes against safety,
I mean,
that's
But
my.
here's my thing.
If the carbon dioxide retention causes impairment of judgment, it's like and it goes agast safety.
Yeah, but, like,
safety protocols are.
So we're in the submarine, okay?
Okay, we're in the submarine
And
with your farts that are probably carrying COVID, but keep going.
Yeah, so we're in the submarine.
Trust me,
here.
COVID couldn't survive those parts.
Yeah. So we're in the submarine,
got a
probably
point
listening
there.
to like Alice in Chains or something. I don't know. It's a pretty cool submarine. So, we're just submarining it up, and then you would not wear a mask in my submarine? That's the question. And what are the rules for private charters of submarines?
Not governed by the FAA.
To suffocate me,
It's a sea. It's an ocean-going or water-going vessel.
Well, yeah. I mean, and we're gonna name it something.
But
cool.
actually, let me take that
We're
back
gonna name it
because
the
Uber
SS
is actually
Burn,
covered by
burn
that
carbon
executive order too. That's why Uber and ride-sharing companies, there's the requirement for mask wearing. I think it's public transportation for hire. I think is
What
under
did
the-
you want us to ask, Graham?
You put the lion's hat on.
All right. So my question: what sounds cooler for a submarine name? The Aqua Lung
Nice.
That's actually not bad.
or the Gill?
I like the aqua.
The aqua lung. Yeah.
The Jethro Tull action.
Yeah.
I'm kind of feeling the Aqualung.
Yeah. Aqua lung. I think it's unanimous.
Have like a
Aqua lung.
jazz flute on there.
Yeah. Well, it'd be even cooler is if I had my Aqua Lung was like
Freaking
you
out,
know,
man. Freaking out.
But
Freaking
Jefferson
out,
has some
man.
good stuff
Chill
right
out,
there.
Skwiskowski. Go out there and hit the jazz flute. Go to the Torpedo Bay and play the flute.
Yeah, and like be like, do you know what? I'm tired of this whole Aqua Lung, submarine action. So I'm gonna have to go and charter my private train. That'll have.
Why would you
bread.
want a private? What are you, Kim Jong Il? I mean,
No,
he died
well,
on a train. He was fixed guideways.
Well, here's
So let
my
me ask
thing.
you this.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me ask you this.
The
Mike.
train has locomotive breath.
What we talking about? Coal or wood?
That's-
Are we talking about 1800s? 19th
How do
century type of
You
locomotive?
can know the most obscure, stupid facts, but you don't know Jethro Tull songs.
I love Jethro Tull.
Apparently not.
Well, I mean, they're
Exhibit
not.
A.
I mean, they
You don't know
weren't
the-
Rush, and they're just. And
Well,
You
yeah.
don't, if you don't know the
actually, I've really gotten into Winger
Rush
for the past
is-
couple weeks.
Winger,
Winger, yes.
the Christian hair metal band.
Were
Well,
they
that was
Christ-
Striper.
Well, Yes was actually Christian progressive rock, if you think about it.
That was Striper.
That was Striper. Winger is.
Oh my God.
Winger was not Christian, no. But their guitar solos were amazing.
Do you, like Creed?
But kids these days, they don't know what they're missing with 80s hair bands. Or progressive rock, or even
really don't.
or even grunge and alternative. I would take Tonic, Nirvana. Let's see, who else is a good band from the 1990s? Goo Goo Dolls, Jane's Addiction. Well, they were kind of the 80s and the 90s. What the hell else was this? The Gallagher Brothers. When were the Gallagher Brothers?
I don't know.
You're talking about Oasis.
Oasis. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Guys-
or like you were saying earlier, Limp Bizkit. I mean, it's just like the music went to shit. Say about 2006, 2007. It's when
No,
everything-
Limp Bizkit sucks.
Limp Bizkit's garbage.
It's
Limp
fucking
Bizkit's
garbage.
terrible, but it's good because it's terrible. It's like
Versus its music now is terrible, and it's
Aqualung
just
to
no
this-
redeeming value.
There's some really good music nowadays, and
yeah,
there's some
but you
really
also
bad
have to
music
think
nowadays.
back then.
Oh,
there
you
was
see,
I
you
don't think you
guys
can-
like the millennial whoop.
The only music
I don't
that's-
even know what that is.
The only
Whoa, whoa, whoa! That's the
God
millennial
damn.
whoop. That's what it is.
scream louder.
The millennial whoop.
That's the
Talking
millennial
about
whoop.
pop punk.
That's in every one of those damn songs that
degenerate.
comes out.
The only genre that's really taken a hit is country. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
All
It's
the- all
it's
the
where all the
modern-
rock. It's all
all the modern country is trash.
Yeah, it's basically rock with twang.
No, it's worse than that. It's like hip hop.
It's
Hip-hop,
like
which
it's
is
horrible.
terrible.
It's absolutely
no,
horrible.
and you have to think there's been
Yeah, hip hop
terrible-
with steel with pedal steel.
There's been terrible bands throughout history, like existing just out there in the world, like
like Jefferson Starship or Starship.
Starship. Well, Jefferson Starship. Was
Whoa! The Beatles are not terrible. We're not going to get into that. There's a lot of dynamics to that,
Who
and I
said
don't
the
want to
Beatles?
I don't care to hear whatever like uncultured fucking toe the line bully cyber bully bullshit you want to hop on. Like,
Oh yeah, there's Nickelback.
Hey,
Nickelback's
Nickelback's not that bad.
And I know that's the sad thing about it. It's
They
like
had
I
a
listen.
couple of good songs.
Yeah, they actually know. They know.
They're
was
like
it
the
choruses
Beatles of their
and
Looking by photograph. It's the only one I know.
Canadian Beatles.
Hey, would you like to be a rock star? Yeah, I know. I listen to Nickelback.
oh man, you guys have terrible.
Come on, ask a real question. You know what, Graham? What's a real question we can ask?
Go ahead.
Oh, let me ask Graham. No, because
What's
Graham's
that
a
one?
professional.
I don't want to
Or
get
making
into
a
it,
garbage
Leland. I'm too
disposal.
tired, and
So
I'm just going to be mean.
Yeah,
So I just don't.
especially about
we're
the
tired
Beatles.
and we're full. Our bellies are full of good food.
Full of chicken fried steak.
We're in the.
Just looking
we're
at
in-
guns now. So
Yeah.
We're in
It's
the
one of
grumpies.
the one of the cornerstones of the major food groups of Texas. Chicken fried steak,
its own
chicken
food
fried
group.
steak, Mexican food, and Bluebell ice cream. Or if you want to save a little money instead of getting Bluebell, you get HEB Creamy Creations.
Yeah, but you know, with whenever you get Bluebell, you get the free bonus prize of Listeria.
That's right.
All I'm saying is I've never.
So
gotten
you're
Bluebell.
constipated, you could have sugar-free gummy bears or Bluebell ice cream. Clear your-
Actually, I like the creamy creations from HEB.
Creamy
Mhm,
Creations
Texas
is
Starry
just-
Night. It's
Huh?
very good stuff.
Yeah,
What creamy creations is what?
Said it's pretty good stuff.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go by Tillamook. You
Tillamook's even.
uncultured swine.
Hey, you know what?
Heathens.
When I buy cheese, it's Tillamook.
Yeah, no, go try their ice cream too. It's literally the fucking shit.
Is it really?
Yeah, no,
I'll
that's
I'm
try.
surprised we're not touching on Ben and Jerry's, which
Ben and
it's-
Jerry's is horrible.
Ben
yeah,
Jerry's is
and
so
there's no
okay.
reason to buy it, and so everyone's making a big deal about, we're gonna boycott Ben and Jerry's because they're not selling it in the West Bank. I go, who buys Ben and Jerry's anyways when you have
All right,
Bluebell and
Graham,
HEB Creamy Creations?
Here's my real
Man,
question.
do you know
Wait,
what
hold on.
sucks?
I'm sorry.
If
I do
if-
get the what's called the Jimmy Kimmel one from Ben and Jerry's. It's pretty good. I don't remember what it's called, but it has a waffle cone in it, and I'll fuck with
waffle
that.
cones is badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a waffle cone in
Jimmy
anything.
Kimmel
So
flavored
Graham wants to
ice
ask a
cream
real
sounds
question.
disgusting.
He's ready. So
Okay.
here's my real question.
All right.
I will ask you, Graham.
Just fat white guy ice cream.
If I had 1 million viewers on this show and I became a multi-bajillionaire and money was no object and I bought a jet airplane that was my plane and I hired you to be my pilot and I made you wear a mask, would you do it?
and also not wear pants, or at least
Have
just
to
wear
wear shorts.
shorts
Speedos.
And the captain's hat.
Speedos, captain's hat, and a collar and bow tie.
or chaps.
Chaps if we fly to
It'll
Alaska.
look like a cruise ship
Chippendales
steward.
dancer.
Yeah,
You will
a
look like a
lot of
Chippendales
those
dancer.
are safety considerations. I mean, what they say when you fly, you're not supposed to wear anything nylon. You're not supposed to have as that much exposed
They
skin
can
in
make
case
it
there's
out
a
of
fire on
leather.
board, that kind of thing.
Literally wearing polyester and nylon clothing,
Yeah.
wearing short sleeve shirts. Have you been on a plane? Have you been on a commercial plane?
Yeah,
Leland, have you ever?
It's been a while.
Yeah, obviously.
literally.
Yeah, you know what they make you wear when you get on the plane?
They make you take your
A mask.
Yeah, you know the last
As a
time.
matter of fact,
it's been 10 years.
As a matter of fact, they don't. They are
Yeah.
very strict about it, and they don't take no bullshit.
Dude, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest
see,
with
that's
you.
why
They
I-
tell
yeah,
you-
right?
they
That
tell
one
you
lady
bef-
got stuck in
Yeah,
Chicago.
flying, it's-
Southwest, when I flew home to Michigan, they got on the microphone as we were lining up in our little
I know,
cattle
it's a
call
$10,000
things.
fine.
No. They said the guy in the front said, "Do not board this aircraft if you feel strongly about wearing a mask because you will not. You're going to
Well,
waste.
yeah. Do you
you're gonna
see
waste a
me
lot-
saying I'm flying an airline anywhere?
You're going to waste a lot of people's time. You're going to waste a lot of people's money, and we will not take off, and you will be physically ejected from the plane. They warned everybody. They said, if you don't want to wear a mask on this flight, don't even get on the plane.
Do you see me buying a ticket anytime soon?
Now, all I'm saying is that, there's been some other times, where I've
So
worn,
Graham says no.
I've worn questionable things.
No,
on
what? You wouldn't wear
flights.
is it no to the spandex or the chaps?
It's a safety
Both.
issue.
The max.
Both.
Yeah. Yeah, I've worn some questionable stuff on a flight before, and in my defense, I was super hungover, and all my other clothes was dirty.
I
But
think the last time I was on an airline was 2009.
Leland, don't you know that they have athletes that train wearing actual restrictive masks so that their lungs can strengthen?
They no. What they train is they train at altitude. They don't wear masks, and that's actually very, very dangerous for them to train with restrictive masks on because they can do a lot
Says
of damage.
Leland, the athlete.
Yes, because
Are you also aware that
It
other people
is
that
carbon
make
dioxide
Like
respiration. And what they do is that they
hypoxia.
train at altitude so they get used to having a reduced amount of oxygen intake. But trapping the carbon dioxide is incredibly dangerous.
I totally
and all these
forgot.
studies that
So
You
anyway,
why do you keep interrupting Mike when he's talking?
because he's asking me.
Leland, to answer your question, they do sell masks that are, they say that they simulate higher altitudes because it restricts
Yes,
oxygen.
it's an actual
to the
training
lungs.
thing.
Stupid. if they
Made
do
by
that.
Nike.
They've been doing that for years.
days.
That's like 1970s tech. We used those in wrestling in high school.
Are you also aware that other people that
The
wear
worst thing
masks
you can ever
don't
say
have
about
the
science
rest
is
of
to
their
say it's
face
subtle
pressing
about
up
anything.
against the mask?
Wait, what?
Like their faces are thinner, so the mask isn't constantly pressing up against their face, around their cheeks, and their chin.
Or you could just wear a gaiter like I do, and you can it's like not wearing anything.
Who says I'm flying anywhere on an airline anytime
I'm just saying.
soon?
You're claiming
I
that
know
it's
about
a safety
I know about
hazard.
the executive order.
I get your.
I see Rand Paul and Ted Cruz saying they want to introduce legislation. Then where's the legislation to get rid of the mandate? I mean, it also applies to Uber. It also applies to buses. It also applies to trains. You don't see me using public transportation because
Because your ideology and your pride restrict you
not
from
the
just putting a
pride.
piece of cloth over your
it
face.
traps carbon dioxide. And it doesn't take much either, according to a Harvard study from 2016.
So it doesn't take. So
It doesn't take much CO.
So all the
extra
HEB employees, everybody wearing a mask, they're all just slowly getting more retarded.
You wonder
Now, is
why?
that-
You
is
wonder
that-
why for the past year I have said that we're basically becoming 1984 mixed with idiocracy. It makes you wonder if there's going to be a whole
You
generation.
voted for an authoritarian president, government, system, party. You voted for that. You don't get to claim that. Oh, we're
Yeah,
turning into
we know that, Graham. We're
1984
just
when you
busting his
like
chops.
when you
I
voted
take what
for
I
that.
give.
Republicans
And
held
do you see? Let's
both
see. You got out of
the
your
House-
chair and said, "I can't take it." Mad Mike got out of his chair. And I'm just sitting here going like, "Okay."
That's
I'm right
because
here.
you interrupted Mike. Every time he tries to make a point, you shout him out. You shout him out,
and you just did it to me again.
and you just did it to Alex again. You got to let people finish their thoughts. But seriously, you don't wear a mask because of your ideological beliefs. Period. There's no study that says wearing a mask makes you dumber.
There's
deprives
several.
your body of oxygen.
It's
Because
not
if that was
there.
the case, then there would be lawsuit after lawsuit from Samsung, AMD.
Oh,
Apply
give
Materials.
it time.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
it
Give it,
time.
give it time. They're still in bunny suits, wearing masks for 10, 12-hour shifts like I did.
They're having
Packing high-tech, doing high-tech tests in a clean room.
aren't they being pumped for their own air supply too?
No, they're wearing a mask.
Headphones just keep back on.
They're wearing a mask.
There's no words that I could use to define my frustration right now.
Now, I will agree with you. People that are by themselves in their car wearing the mask. I'm like,
That's
come on.
kind of silly.
Come on.
Or Matthew McConaughey in the middle of a canyon with no one around him. Come on, man.
Well, the guy taking the picture.
who was probably using a zoom lens. And he was probably 1,000 feet away because he was on the other side.
Oh, because when you hike with somebody, they're usually 1,000 feet away when they take the picture of you.
Yeah, I mean,
He was on a cliff.
you're on a cliff. You're like on a cliff.
Yeah, Graham, we know that you never wear a mask in the cockpit. It was a hypothetical question.
Yeah.
So,
Would you wear a mask in a pit of cocks, though?
Intermountain
Oh, so
in
he was-
Nevada, healthcare's Gov website says wearing a face mask or face covering.
Well, I want to
is
be in
critical.
a pit of roosters.
Would you let them finish a goddamn sentence? Seriously. This is getting ridiculous, man. Now it's just getting rude. Go ahead, Alex. Go ahead, Alex. Just keep talking.
I can't.
Or
Then I get retarded.
No, then
and
you
I can't
have.
speak over him.
Alex,
But you
hold
know,
on.
Alex, you are literally in charge of a mute button in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alex, I don't know if you know this, but
Took this man long to figure out.
what's happening is because the economy
Yeah, Biden.
and masks and the oxygen deprivation because the global cooling, warming,
Climate change.
climate change, and the electric cars and bees.
Really can blame a lot of the economic, a decline that we have right now on the Trump presidency. He enacted tariffs that had long damaging effects on farmers.
I mean, I was
the
cool
steel
with
industry,
I was cool
the
with
lumber
the ones
industry.
that fucked China because China's Garbo. Those were pretty tight. You have to admit.
Well, and then he was taking these cheap shots at China, which they retaliated with a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I was cool with that. But with that being said, all of this can boil down to really that piece of shit, Truman.
Truman.
Other than dropping some A-bombs on the Japs, he's the kind of the big one here that really started this whole problem that I'm experiencing in 2021.
That's right.
That
Blame it on fucking
Fuck.
Truman.
Well, actually, he's got
I mean, I do have a point.
he does have a point.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd blame it on whoever was president in 1972.
Nixon. Oh,
There you go.
Yeah, he's the one that scheduled.
dick.
He's the one that created the drug war, and he's the
Dirty
one that
Dick
got
Nixon.
us off the fiat currency. But yeah, you're right about Truman because Truman was the one that ratified the.
Hey, that's not your mic.
Wow, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was the one who wanted to change all the rules up for the Federal Reserve.
You
You
can
just straight up fucking interrupted me again with a different mic. You sneaky little greasy bull.
But yeah, Truman got us into the Korean War. There was a whole doctrine by Truman.
There's a what?
The Truman.
I can't. What?
Yeah, Eisenhower is probably the last good president that we had. He was like,
yeah.
hey, this whole military, economic boom that we had, pulling us out of the Great Depression with World War II. Let's be really chill about not doing that for the rest of our existence. And
Yeah.
then, LBJ was like, fuck you.
So yeah, the Truman doctrine.
Well, I'm reading that book, the LBJ Killed Truman from Roger Stone.
Yeah, how you liking that?
That is freaking wild.
All we had to do, I'm going to be honest with you, is if we would have just listened to our boy who basically won the Pacific for us.
No, McCarthy was wrong. We
No.
can't just go bombing and nuking everybody.
Okay, military industrial complex my ass. You drop some nukes, there's no more fighting.
You know what they should have done? They should have let McCarthy and Patton just have their way, and we wouldn't be in this pickle.
Yeah. General MacArthur and Patton, if they would have just, did what they did best.
And right now, the University of Beijing would be in the Big Ten with Ohio State.
Yeah.
University
Right.
of Michigan.
Yeah.
The St. Petersburg Saints or something like that.
St. Petersburg Flads.
Patton that wanted to go, cross the Yangtze into China.
Number 12 ranked St. Petersburg playing BYU next week.
Yeah. No, that's literally,
There'd be 64 states on our flag.
MacArthur was onto something. While he was batshit crazy, he was like, listen, we just one city.
That's it.
And the war's over, man.
You know, it takes someone batshit crazy. They actually get something done. Elon Musk is really batshit crazy, and especially on Twitter. And I always joke, what drug is he on when he goes on Twitter? And he even says, "I dig my own grave sometimes." That's what Elon tweeted a couple days ago.
Until there's some sweet.
But he's going to take us to Mars.
Mars oil, okay?
Mars
and then
oil.
I want to hear Bush with his classic Bushisms, his W-isms, be like, "Listen, we're going to go and strategically liberate Mars from space Al-Qaeda."
See, what they need.
There's some bad folks up there.
What they need to figure out is get some of the carbon dioxide from Venus's atmosphere
From your mask?
and then
And then because it's stuck in your mask.
They
then
could
what-
actually mine the carbon dioxide from your mask.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they could send it to Uranus.
It's not too fun. Is
do you know how many science articles I've seen? This is NASA.
How
is
many? How many science articles?
This is NASA is probing Uranus for gases. Too many.
Okay, so that doesn't change the fact that I was saying if they take, the methane that comes out of Uranus and then they could put it into your mask,
Hey, why don't you experiment with that? You got plenty of methane that comes out of Uranus, and you can put it up your mask.
Because there's the certified amateur proctologist. I don't need to.
That's right.
Yeah. You dumbass.
Where's the soundboard?
I don't know. Where's the soundboard? Where's the
I was expecting the dumbass get fucked.
Oh, that's one's good.
Yeah,
That was pretty good.
Get fucked is one of my favorites.
yeah, I'm disappointed in you for not triggering that one.
We are
Close enough.
full of food.
I'm not soundboarding, so
We
Oh,
are
yeah, that's right. Alex is
had
driving
a
the boat.
very good show tonight.
Yeah, it was okay.
And
yeah, it was something.
well,
The food was good.
I think the segment Chuck was here was really good.
Yeah, I mean, dumbass hour was exactly.
Dumbass
how I thought
hour
it
was
would be.
exactly what it was advertised. A dumbass hour.
I just want to point out that wearing a mask does not cause dizziness or lightheadedness, and if you are feeling those symptoms,
You're probably just out of shape.
drink some fucking water.
And the other thing is, the
Take a
people
salt tablet.
with the shorter hair are definitely not as smart as the longer-haired people.
Also,
Wait,
you had
wait
a
a minute.
year.
I got the
right,
I got the
look at
long
me.
hair.
All right,
that doesn't
I
make
get
any sense. If they were trying to do a backhanded insult against me, they failed.
What?
No,
You-
that was directed at me. Not everything's about you, okay?
Yeah, unless it's about masks or.
It's my name on the show, by the way.
No, let's change it to Leland. Leland show.
All right. Well, you want to sign us off?
All right, folks.
Just on the
Thanks
credit,
for
fuck.
joining us. We're going to try to get a musical guest on next week. Also, I've been talking to some folks on Twitter that are in the local area that would like to come on here, and I think they would have a good discussion with this guy sitting to my right. So that ought to be fun. But we've had a good time. I've had a good time anyway. Great food. Great friends, as always. Hope to see you next week. Like and share. Spread the word. I'm Mike Allen. This is the Radio Man Cave, and you have been on the air.
Great job, team. Head back to base for debriefing and cocktails.